Oh, hey, YouTubers and friends, how you doing? I just got a treasure book on Ohio from our buddy Jovan Hutton Pulitzer. But guess what? We got an awesome guest tonight. I'm stoked. My bros are stoked. And we can't wait. You know who. We know who. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Tuesday Night with your hosts, Ed and Marvin, to the address, and Dano. Tuesday Night Hangout Live is a classy old man production.
Alrighty, YouTubers and friends, we have an excellent night coming up with our special guest, Auqachigger. I'm stoked. Let me get in my partners in crime and get this party started. Sounds like Jesse.
Let's get this party started.
Jesse brought Murphy with him, I think.
Uh-oh.
A little feedback.
I see Hook's in the room. Welcome, Hook.
Welcome. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight.
How's that? Better?
Yes.
There's a little buzzing, but yeah, it's better. We'll shoot from the hip, Jesse. You know how it is. But got the couple of books I ordered of Jovan Hutton Pulitzers on treasure here in Ohio and Indiana. Caught me looking at them, but I'm really excited about today's show.
Oh yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me call Beau.
Yeah,
Well, that's.
we need to spice that up a little bit. That needs to be played by electric guitar, though.
Well, I know he. I was just talking to him on Facebook before I closed Facebook. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
No answer.
Uh-oh.
Well.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I know he's out there somewhere.
I know he is too.
You can't hide forever, answer.
Oh, okay. Let's try it one more time. Here.
Let's try it again.
One reeny deeny. Two reeny deeny. Three reeny deeny.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought I heard
right,
it.
Patrick. It is all my fault. I brought Murphy in.
You brought Murphy in, Jesse. Hey, Beau, how you doing?
Good.
Hi,
Am I actually on now?
Yeah, you're on.
I figured it out. Okay, good.
That's okay. Hey, you missed out. I brought Murphy in and kind of screwed things up. Oh well.
Okay.
So how you doing?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. You know, I've been really sick with the flu for a couple weeks, and just I can't get rid of it. My
Yeah,
wife's
it's going
sick.
around.
Yeah, it's almost gone though, so I think I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, I went through a few days there not feeling too well. My wife did too, and my grandkids were all in the hospital. You know.
Jeez.
Yeah, what, 2 weeks ago we were all sick?
Yeah, oh, right.
I was injured.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
you
yeah, you weren't sick, you were injured. That's right, Dana.
I was injured before I was sick, so the poison ivy incident.
Oh, yeah.
I hear that's
terrible.
Talk of the town.
It was terrible.
He did put it out there for the folks to hear. I mean, he did put it out there.
That he did. I noticed some guesses at it that were kind of off in his comments, you know. And oh, I forget which video it was. It might have been the well. Oh, you put out so many since then. Let me see. Your woodpile, you talked about it, but it was before that. A couple of videos before that, I noticed in comments people were trying to guess what was wrong. There were
yeah, I did kind of give a little teaser about that. For me, I did do that. I forget my videos. I can't even remember what I do half the time. You know, it's like day to day for me.
I like that well video. That was pretty cool. I've come across a couple of those myself.
Yeah, they're always interesting.
Yeah, I never ventured into them or anything, but you know.
Yeah. Did you see the one where I went down and the snakes were all in the rocks looking at me?
Oh no.
Oh, oh, gosh, it was horrible. I didn't see them until I was like getting down in there, and all these snakes are in the rocks looking at me. They were hibernating, I guess.
You go into the wells often?
No. This one actually had a ladder in it already. No rickety ladder, so I went
down.
Little
invitation.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Yeah, I should go back to that one and visit the snakes before it gets warm.
Oh yeah, this would be a good time. They'd be hibernating or moving really slow, anyways.
Rattles are slow now, right?
Well, hopefully they weren't venomous.
No, they were just common snakes. You know.
Some garter snakes.
Yeah, mostly garter snakes.
You don't have a fear of snakes like Indiana Jones now, do you, Beau?
Well, you know, when they're like looking out of the rocks and they're all around you and you're in a little well, you know, going down this rickety ladder. Yeah, I do have a little bit of fear of them. Now,
while we're on wells, how often do you come across old wells when you're out in the bush?
You know, it just depends. You know, when I'm looking for home sites, you know, a lot of the home sites will have a well. You know, quite often they're filled in, but not always. So it just kind of depends, really. I might see 3 or 4 in a month, or I might not see any for 3 or 4 months. Just kind of depends, really.
So where are you at? You're in West Virginia?
I'm actually in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland.
Yeah, I'm right on the border with Maryland, West Virginia. Pennsylvania is about 15 miles north, and Virginia is about that south as well. So kind of like right in the middle there.
Oh, I bet there's all kinds of neat stuff to explore in that part of the country.
A few things. I keep busy.
So what do you like? What do you like doing? What do you like doing more? The wells and that kind of treasure hunting, or the sunglass treasure hunting?
You know, it's so tough because I like it all. I mean, I don't think I would want to do just one thing. Right. You know, I'm not that focused that I just want to just metal detect for Civil War stuff or just look for stuff in the rivers. It's more like just a lifestyle where I can just get out and do the different things. I think that's what I enjoy most about what I do, is that, you know, I'm not so focused on just one thing, and it makes it more fun, I think.
Well, yeah, okay.
You know, it's not as serious. You're not as serious about finding those bullets, you know, or buttons. It's, yeah, let's go look for sunglasses. Okay, you know.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's different.
That's what it's about. It's about having fun. It's about
100%.
history. It's about finding stuff.
Yeah.
I like finding stuff.
Yeah.
How'd you like your touch app? How much prospecting and stuff have you done, or was that your first time up and known?
No, I look for gold. I go out to Arizona almost every year. I was going twice a year, and I camp out in southern Arizona and, you know, look for some gold out there. I've been doing that for many years. I've been to Alaska a couple times, and I do some gold hunting here in Virginia. We have, you know, some gold belts there, and I do some panning occasionally. Right where I live, there's no gold, but if I go an hour and a half south, I can get into some gold belts. So I do that. You know, I'm not an expert, but, you know, I've done quite a few hours and been a lot of places looking for it.
How old were you, and what got you started in the lifestyle of treasure hunting, metal detecting, bottle hunting, collecting in general, and whatnot?
Well, you know, I've always done that as long as I can remember. I grew up on, you know, a very rural farm in West Virginia, not far from where I live now. And, you know, it's a farm. I mean, there weren't really many people around. I didn't have a lot of friends, so I was always outside. You know, I did a lot of, you know, hunting for animals, groundhogs, deer, that kind of stuff. But, you know, I've always had that interest in the dirt. I love the feel of the earth, you know, the soil in my hands, my fingers. That's why I don't wear gloves very often. You can see big scars on my hand. But I love that feel, and I always have. And I think it's part of why I do what I do, is just getting in touch with Mother Nature and the earth. And it's an adventure looking for things, because you never know what you're going to find. I mean, some of my earliest memories are exploring old cellar holes and things like that when I was, you know, probably early teens. You know, started metal detecting when I was about 13 or so. My mother actually bought our family of metal detectors. I had a bunch of brothers, and that's when I first started metal detecting. You know, probably the mid 70s or so. When I was, you know, in the early teens then. So, but I've always loved, you know, the outdoors, just, you know, the fishing on the rivers and just camping and hunting and hiking and, you know, throwing a metal detector. I got hooked on that for a long time, and that's all I did, you know. But now I'm kind of getting back to my roots, where I do a lot of different things. You know, just kind of mixes it up. And I really like just being out in the woods where you hear the animals. So I don't care what I'm doing, really.
As long as you're outside.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I like being outside.
I do too. It's nice to get out and be outside and away from all this, the phones, the whole ordeal. It's nice to get away from it all.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. I'm not very close to phones, so I don't turn mine on very often, and I never answer my home phone. So.
Okay,
It's almost like being.
Well, I'm glad you answered this call, Beau.
Well, for you guys, anything, you know that. Jeez.
So yeah, that's oh, I lost my train of thought here. Oh, no.
Stop.
Some timers.
Some timers.
How'd you come across the name Auqachigger?
Well, that was actually, I earned that fairly, that nickname. I didn't give it myself. One of my good friends, Dan Frezza, who I've known for quite a few years. We've done a lot of metal detecting together and camping and stuff. One time I was explaining to him how I get bitten by this little insect that lives in the water. It's called swimmer's itch. Can't remember the scientific name, but you get little bites, or like mosquito bites.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, it's kind of like a chigger. We don't know what chiggers are. You know, they live in the bush area.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of like a chigger that lives in the water. So it was silence for a second. He's like, "Oh, an Auqachigger." "Oh, an Auqachigger." Yeah, so that's how I got the name, and it's only been about a decade or so, but yeah, my good old buddy Dan. So I got him to thank for that one.
So did you really hate it at first? You just grow to like
not
it?
at all. That's fine. I have worse some of the other clubs I belong to. I have worse nicknames. So.
I've noticed lately you've been posting some stuff on some sinkholes and a little spelunking and stuff. You do quite a bit of caving also?
Yeah, I've always been very interested in caving, and I started caving. Probably about the same time I was started metal detecting, maybe even earlier. It was probably 10, maybe. My brother loved caving, my older brother, and I used to do a lot of caving with him and looking for sinkholes and stuff like that. And you go in the sinkholes and see if there's caves there. And I've always loved doing that because, it's the unknown. And sometimes, if you get really lucky, and I did get really lucky recently, a little hole, we opened it up, nice, beautiful cave, first person ever to step in that cave. And that's like the holy grail. And it is cool.
That must be really cool. That must be really cool.
How many places on earth can you think that you can honestly say, you can go there and say, I'm the first person to ever see this, ever.
Right.
I'm the first person to stand here and see this stuff that's 10,000 or 50,000 years old, and no one's ever
like on the moon.
It is, and that's why I love caving so much. I like looking for new ones, especially though. That's more exciting to me than just going in a cave.
Well, that's something too. That when you just said that, like looking for new ones, I didn't even think about that. That there's new caves that haven't been found. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, the area, a lot of areas, especially where I live, is limestone, and there's caves everywhere underground, but there's not entrances to get down to them. So anytime a sinkhole opens up, most people fill them in, so you can't ever get to them. But some new ones open up, the old ones fall back in, and you could actually fall into find a cave that's miles long and hundreds of feet tall. That can happen, that no one's ever been in because they just filled a hole in, or a hole never opened up until that last rainstorm.
Right.
So it's kind of exciting. It really is. Like kind of like going to the moon. It's neat.
Kind of like that sinkhole where all those old stoves and those old washing machines were. And did you ever move any of that stuff, or?
I haven't done that. I haven't done that yet, but I probably will. I got to talk to the guy first and make sure it's okay. I probably will do that, but I have another farm. A guy was just telling me today, it's the same type of thing. Sinkholes everywhere, full of old stoves. Not the same one, but it's not too far away. But we're going to go dig those out. So.
I wonder what's with the washing machines and stoves.
I don't know. It must have been somebody that worked on them, or I don't know.
Now I noticed that had the deer skeleton on that you were breaking through. It was really cold. You were talking about the ice condensation outside of the mouths of caves and little openings. And I get kind of busy at night. I am sure nowhere near busy as someone like you, but I know you can understand. So I try and watch all I can. But I have a lot of things going around in this head of mine. Plus, I'm partially blonde, so I forget details.
And a quarter ginger.
Now,
it's not going around. It's more like bouncing around.
But any of those more? Have you opened up more to see if they opened up quite a bit more?
Well, yeah, I have a whole list of sinkholes that I found and caves that I want to keep digging out. I don't have anything right now that I've opened and I'm really excited about. I guess that's what you're asking me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
I really like caving. I kind of wish I lived more down around like the Bowling Green, Kentucky area where there's a lot of caves and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of caves in there.
There's a few up here, some caverns, but most of them that I know of are really touristy and stuff, and they
well,
don't
if
have...
there's touristy caves there, there's going to be caves, other ones that maybe have not been found yet.
True.
I mean, that's the, you know, that's the way it is. I mean, we have touristy caves here, but you know, there's others that are just might be right next to it that there's not connected. So that's why you got to look. And you were mentioning about the condensation and stuff. You know, in the winter time's a great time to look for caves because, you know, when there's changes in the atmospheric pressure, high pressure outside, you know, and it goes into low when storms are coming, the air moves in and out of the caves. So if the air's moving out of the cave, it's drawing all this warm air out. So it gets, you know, freezes and gets icy. And so you can find caves that way. Now, big animals also breathe out, like bears. So you can get ice from animals living in there too. But, you know, if it's a nice big cave, you can usually feel the warm air coming out if the conditions are right.
Right.
So winter's a great time to look, and that's why I like to try to go out then. And you can see the animal tracks if there's snow on the ground going into the caves, and you know, you find them that way as well.
I just saw a video, was it yesterday? Someone else's channel. You were helping him dig. Looked like you were doing most of the digging. It was an old cistern.
Yeah, that was recently, just before I got sick. It was a turn of the century house that had a big cistern, and of course, when people would quit using the cisterns or privies, a lot of times that they would just throw the trash in there until it filled in, and so we were digging it out, but it wasn't very old. You know, if you watch the video, early 1900s maybe. But yeah, anything like that too. It's fun to dig and fun because you never know what's going to be in there. You know, it could be guns or cannonballs. Who knows what people would throw? It's just trash. So who knows? Well, trash from the 1920s.
Speaking of guns, there's a question in the room by Metal Shell. When you find a newer gun by a bridge, do you report it?
I've never found a gun with a serial number that, well, I have. If the gun has a serial number on it that you can read, I'll turn it in. And I've found 2 shotguns like that in my career that you could actually read the serial numbers. But almost everything I've ever found is, I mean, they're so corroded that you can't read the serial number. Or they don't have serial numbers because they haven't had serial numbers on guns, you know, for that long. I mean, it's kind of a new thing. You know, talking in like Civil War and early 1900s and stuff. So, but yeah, if I find something with a serial number, I'll definitely turn it in. I don't want to have something that was, you know, maybe used in the crime, and if it could help solve a crime, you know, that I absolutely want to do that. I think I've only had 2 shotguns that, you know, you could clearly read. So they were fairly new drops too.
I saw a video where you found one of those, I believe. You were using your jet boat in that one, your jet kayak. Mm-hmm. And actually, that clip was in another video too. I saw a guy had Michael Bennett on it and some other people where they found, 10, I think you saw it too, Jesse, like 10 things you won't believe that were found in the river or something like that.
Yeah.
And Nugget Noggin was on it, and you were on it.
I saw that. Yep.
No.
Yeah, that happens where people will just, you know, go through the channels and take out clips from people and just use them. It'd be nice if they actually asked you, maybe gave you credit for it, and you link it to your channel. Most of them don't because, you know, they're just after the hits.
Well,
of course, those type of things get millions of hits, so they're just taking other people's work, putting it together, and cashing in on it.
Right. Well, next time I see it, I'll let you know.
Well, I mean, it's not a whole lot you can really do. But, you know, I mean, as long as they give me credit, I don't care. But it's when they don't even bother to do that. So many of them don't.
I would think they would at least ask.
Yeah. You would think, but that's not their game. Their game is to get as many clicks as they can with, oh, you won't believe the 10 amazing things that these people found. So it's a money maker for them. That's all it is. It's not a love of the craft. It's just
right.
So they're going to push it as far as they can.
I got a question here from the Harris family.
Sure.
Oh, has your safety ever been threatened while you were out treasure hunting? Like a homeless person approaching you or a crazy person approaching you?
Yeah, I have had some incidents, especially when I was younger. One of the things, and people always kind of make fun of, in my videos, because I'm always hiding from people. When I'm out doing my thing and I see somebody, I just disappear into the bushes until they leave. And part of that is experience, because you never know what kind of crazy people are out there. And if they don't know you're there, and most people don't have a clue, you don't have to have that potential of having a confrontation with someone who's nuts. And I've seen plenty of crazy people out there. I've been shot at by crazy people. I mean, I don't think they were trying to kill me because I'd be dead. But bullets flying in the water and stuff, and it's like,
yeah, that's enough.
And I was in a boat too, But yeah, that's you always have to be careful. And I hate to sound paranoid, but if you're out metal detecting or looking for bottles and you hear people come in or see people and you can step behind a tree, just do it, because you don't know what those people are like. And if you're out, especially when you're by yourself, you just don't know. It's so much easier just to let them go by and just
Well, I remember several of your videos. There were like 3 in a row that I noticed that you found a bunch of like vagrant camps.
Yeah.
And you were like, oh, I hope there ain't a body in this tent.
Well, people make fun of me there too, but I'm going to tell you something. I read the newspaper. I actually get a newspaper, okay? I read the news every day. And it happens all the time. People are out and they find dead bodies in these tents. These homeless people, they get drunk, they freeze to death, or they have heart attacks. It happens all the time. I mean, I live near Hagerstown, Maryland. Not a big town. It's, for Maryland, it's good size. But there's at least 3 or 4 every year that when they find a body in the woods. It happens.
I notice you're pretty...
People don't think
I notice
about
you're pretty cautious when you approach a vehicle underwater, too.
That's kind of my nightmare, to swim up to a vehicle and have, a skull grinning at you underwater, breathing in all the water, covered with it, that's horrible.
J3B Diggs in Canada.
Yep.
Wants to know about a drunk girl in Nome.
Yeah, well, no, it was a video. I got a little bit of trouble with that because, it was an well, yeah, it's all on video.
You'll have to go watch it, Jesse.
Okay, so that's one of those things that we talked about earlier. If you don't want to answer it, you're not going to.
Well, it's a video on it, so
Oh, okay.
Girl in Nome or something like that, or I don't know what the.
I'll find it.
No, I was doing a little tour of downtown Nome this past summer. And there were a lot of I'm going to call them Eskimos because that's what they call themselves. But there were Eskimos in there, or a lot of them were drunk because they go into town and they drink. And one of them accosted me when I was, walking down the street doing my video. It was a woman, and she was very drunk and very angry that I was there. And she's, screaming at me, and it's like, using a lot of curse words. I had to cut all that stuff off, unfortunately, but it's like, get off my island.
Yeah,
wow.
invading their land.
We're not on an island. This is North America. Yeah, well, they live on islands, and I guess she must have thought she was on her island somewhere off the coast. But yeah, it was kind of funny, but it was it's very sad too. It's just a big problem that they have there, just like they have everywhere.
Someone wants to know if you're going to be doing any gold prospecting videos soon.
Yeah, actually, I have some things lined up here in Virginia. Hopefully do some prospecting. I got a buddy that we've gone out a few times, and I think we're going to get together and do that some more. And might go to Alaska again this summer. Might go to Australia and do some do some nugget shooting this summer. I hope so. I'm trying to put that together as well.
Nugget Brain wants to know if you're going to do the Garrett hunt next month.
Which one? The one in Texas?
I don't know.
Is the Memorial Hunt? Ain't that March?
Yeah, I will definitely be at the Garrett Memorial Hunt, which is, I guess, next month. That's down in Texas. I can't remember the town, but it's like a camp out thing where I've never been to it before. This is my first year. They invited me to come down and do that with them. Gonna bring my scuba gear, so it might be fun.
Might be fun.
Yeah, there's apparently some places there I might be able to go scuba, diving if there's not too many alligators. I don't know. But then it's gonna take a couple weeks and go out to Arizona. Try to get into some things out there as well. Camping.
Harris family, Beau, what time of the year do you usually start getting back in the rivers and creeks to treasure hunt?
Well, right now there's still ice on everything up here. So it just really depends on the year. I mean, I usually cannot get wet up here until like May to June. Rivers start warming up really good in July. But, I can go further south and get into warmer water, which I will be doing soon, hopefully. But, in the summertime, everyone's like, hey, you should go back on the land. We really like your metal detecting on land. as soon as the fall comes around, right, you need to get back in the water. We really like it. It's seasonal.
Yeah.
I have to play with the seasons, so.
About Canada, you ever been to Canada up there?
Pardon me?
Ever been up to Canada metal detecting?
Yeah, I've done some gold hunting up there. My wife and I took a month and we went up through Canada to Alaska some years ago and did look for some gold. I haven't done a lot in the way of metal detecting though. Although I might this summer. I'm cooking. Got some things cooking. I might be able to get up there and do a few things. So.
David, Wayne Peterson, the president of Worldwide Association of Treasure Seekers, said come by his booth at the Memorial Hunt. I'm going to be there the whole time, so I'll definitely be bebopping around saying hi to everybody and, having a good time with everyone, I hope. Well, if you're free in Labor Day, come down to the Buckeye Chapter's Gold Rush Days in Belleville, Ohio.
Yeah, there you go.
You got gold in Ohio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but we just like to pretend there isn't.
That's what you tell everyone. I know how you gold hunters are.
Yeah.
We're just for their exercise. I hear that every time I see something. I see a lot of people dredging on the rivers, especially down in the Gold Belt of Virginia. Of course, I always ask them, "Hey, you find anything?" Oh no! We just come out for the exercise.
Well, we have plenty of fly poop.
Yeah,
we got plenty of fly poop in Ohio. It's just the bigger stuff that's hard to come by.
Yeah.
We have our faucet on too. We have a faucet that happens
right before Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
Actually, I think Jocelyn, Elizabeth, and Drew's gonna be at that.
Yep.
So when is that? That's in the spring. Is that the spring holiday?
And I'll be cooking a hog at that event. So.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, the Buckeye chapter of the GPAA, they put on 2 fairly good-sized events. One just before Memorial Day weekend, which is FOSIC. And then Labor Day weekend, they have their Gold Rush Days, which that's really big. Yeah. We have people come from all over. One year, a guy came from Dubai.
Yep.
So,
Dubai.
That's a long ways.
Yeah. But people from Florida, Ontario, Canada, Maine,
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Georgia.
That sounds like a nice event.
It's a great group of people, and they have a couple of metal detecting hunts and night hunt.
Yep.
Patrick O'Masters, who's in the chat room, he helps put that on with another detecting friend of ours, Jen Johnson. And they do a really phenomenal job at putting it on for the chapter.
Excellent.
Well, let me get a quick commercial out of the way, and if you don't mind, I could open up the phone lines.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
You don't want it tonight.
All right, on the commercial.
Yep. All right, everybody. We'll be right back after this commercial break from one of our sponsors. All right, for everyone who's just tuning in, like our friend PD from Scotland, we have Auqachigger on tonight, world-renowned adventurer, treasure hunter, metal detectorist, is honoring us with a visit from him tonight. We're going to be...
It's my pleasure.
Hey, don't forget to mention we got a giveaway tonight, Ed.
Oh, that's right.
We have you gotta be in the chat. You have to be chat.
You have to be active in chat. That's right. It's sponsored by our friends in Colorado, Watts, Worldwide Association of Treasure Seekers. And we'll be talking more about that later. But stick around, be active in chat, and you'll have your chance to win. What is it? A 3-year membership, I believe. Yes. 1 3-year membership to watch. So there you go. So let me open up the phone lines now, and hopefully we'll have a caller. And we did have a question from the Harris family.
You had one from Andy too at We Dig Missouri.
About research. How much research do you put in? Oh, well, we have a caller. That was quick.
That was quick.
That was quick.
World record.
Refrigerator running.
Could you please mute?
Hello?
Hi, could you please mute the show or turn it down real low, please?
Yes, I just did. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you very much. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jamie Harris, and I'm calling from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, well,
it's
thank
the
you.
Harrises.
Yes, that's me. I'm the Harris family.
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm a huge Auqachigger fan, so I'm so excited.
Well, you know what? You know what's really cool is you've been very, very chatty in the chat room, and we love it. You're asking lots of questions. You're asking lots of questions. You're engaged. Let's get it on.
Good. I'm glad I've contributed.
So you got a question? I'm sure you got a dozen questions, but that's all right, too.
Yeah, I'll narrow it down to one. I was.
Well, no, you don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Just make it easy.
There you go. I won't take up too much time. I was wondering, Beau, if when you first started making videos, if you thought they would ever get this popular, because you're almost at 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, I never thought I would be doing something like this. If you had asked me 10 years ago, I would have said there's no possible way, because I'm really a very shy person, and 15 years ago, if I saw a camera, I was hiding. I didn't like my picture taken. So yeah, I'm really surprised I'm doing what I'm doing, and that people actually like watching me and talk about the things that I enjoy, because I didn't know there are other people like that out there.
Yeah, and you definitely inspired a lot of people to get out, because I just started watching you a year ago, and after watching your videos, my husband and I got metal detectors, and we've been metal detecting and out, just getting out into nature ever since. So thank you so much.
And I'm so happy that you're telling me that too, because that keeps me going as well, and keeps me motivated to take the time to make the videos and talk about what I'm seeing, because people like you who take the time to share that with me, it helps me a lot as well. So it goes both ways. It really does. It goes both ways.
Oh, good. Well, thank you so much, y'all. And it's so nice to talk to everyone.
Yeah, good talking with you.
Well, yeah, glad you made it to the show. I hope you come back.
Okay, I will. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having the show, guys. Have a great night.
You too.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Excellent.
And you're right. You're right. That's what keeps us going, you going, is people like that have those kind words and are motivated because of what you do. So that makes you feel good. It makes you go, I gotta do another video.
Yeah. It gives a whole different. There's a whole different aspect to just doing what I already like to do, to be able to share it with other people so easily. That
sharing part can be a drain sometimes, though, sometimes you feel, I'm expected to do this, I'm expected to do that, and you don't,
I know, trust me, I know.
It's so nice.
I'm not past my bedtime right now. So.
Right.
Just kidding.
I got to do another show here. But it's people like that come on and tell you how much they appreciate what you're doing and how you inspired them. And and I'm sure her kids get out with them to see pictures of their kids on her icon there. So yeah, it's a great thing,
Yeah, it is. I agree 100%.
Love it.
We have a couple of comments in the room, Beau. Nor M Detection. Beau, your video is like cake. Very good. And then our friend Brian from American Gold Prospectors out of New England, he's like, what kind of gold prospecting do you do besides metal detect? Well,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, I do it all. I don't own a dredge, only because I don't go that much. But I do dredge with other people. I sluice a lot, and of course panning I love because it's so easy and you can take off and hike for hours and just look prospect looking for places. I love doing that. Panning. Never done dry washing. I've seen it done. I do want to try that. So if there's anybody in Arizona that's listening right now, next month, if you want somebody to hang out with you and do a little dry washing, I'll be a huckleberry.
Hook them up, fellas.
We have
after the Garrett hunt. Right after the Garrett hunt, I'm going to take.
We have another phone call. Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, who would you like it to be tonight? And where do you want me to call from?
Wherever you like.
I'm calling from my phone. How does that sound?
All right.
Everybody, this is Nugget Brain.
Yep.
How you doing, Wayne?
Oh, doing fantastic. I'm glad you got Auqachigger on there. I did talk with him about a year ago. We were doing a show here, and we would love him to come out to Colorado and do some filming. We've got plenty of gold out here he can find. I'll even put him on a 4-inch dredge like I offer everybody. And I hope to meet with him down at the hunt, at the Garrett hunt down in Texas. Stop by the Watts booth, and we're going to have a great time. We'll be camping down there. We'll be fishing, and I might even bring some scuba gear. If he's going scuba diving, we might go with him, my son and I.
Well, I'm going to have to look at it first, but yeah, I might do. I'm definitely bringing my gear. So.
Yeah.
That might be fun.
No, there's a lot of great fishing down there, and the water is warm. It was last year when we were there. And there's bottle hunt. You could go bottle hunting in areas. They have an area. There's some Civil War stuff down there that's not planted, but original, but there is a lot of planted.
To the war they dumped 5 names in.
And my son just reminded me after the war, somewhere in that area, they dumped 5 cannons, so we can go look for those cannons.
Yeah, hey, hook me up with a link, man. I'll narrow it down.
Yeah.
Sounds like a race.
They even have alligators down there in a pond. You could go down and watch them feed the alligators if you want.
Yeah, that's what they're telling me, that I might be feeding the alligators. We'll see.
But I'm glad you're on the show. I hope to meet you here real soon.
Well,
And you have an invitation to come to Colorado, and anybody listening or in the chat room, you have an invitation. Come on out to Colorado. Contact me. You can contact me at nuggetbrain1@msn.com. Let me know about a month before you're coming out, and we'll get you dialed in out here on some gold, treasure hunting, or anything else you're looking for.
nice. I certainly appreciate the offer.
Cool.
That's awesome, Wayne.
Yeah, too bad I'm not eligible to win that prize tonight, but oh well.
Well, if you
What was that?
You're not in the chat room, so you can't win, right?
No, I'm in the chat room.
Oh, okay. Well, going under an assumed name, how does that sound?
Okay.
Everybody's getting a chance to win.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. And just tell them I won.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody have an awesome night, and hope to see everybody soon. And, you know, you can contact me anytime you want. I'm happy to help anybody out here.
Sounds
Excellent.
Good
Thank
talking
you
with
very
you.
much, Wayne.
All
Thank
right.
you for calling in.
All right. God bless everybody out there, and be
Yeah.
safe.
Good night.
You
Good
too.
night, Wayne.
Bye.
Yeah, we had a really
Thank you.
good show last week with Wayne. Quite the interesting call from our friend David from Tasmania. We talked about it a little earlier.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even shared it with a couple of guys at work. It was funny. All right, phone lines are
Well,
open.
Again, Ed started to ask you a question about researching
Mhm.
the Harris family. I don't think she asked that question when she was.
No, she didn't.
No, I don't know. Well, here's the question. Well, how much time do you spend researching an area to hunt? Or you just, she wrote, wing it. I say swing it sometimes.
Oh, you know, I tell you, I do a lot of research, especially in the wintertime. In fact, I got 2 really nice spots, I think, to check out this summer. Just last night, online reading and stuff. So I do a lot of research to find my spots, but I also like to just wing it, because there's a lot of places out there that you will never ever read about or see on a map. And I can tell you that just from the county I grew up in, you know, having found homes that are not on any maps. You know, we have maps from the 1700s, really good maps from the middle of the 1800s showing exactly where the houses are. And I can walk into a field and find a house that does not show up in any research I could possibly have done. And there's a house there with coins all over the place from 1750s, you know. So you have to really wing it to find some of these places. And generally speaking, the best places are the ones where you wing it, because no one else has been looking for them.
Right.
You know, you start reading up on, you know, lost cannons or lost treasures, or, you know, where's the big camps. You know, people have been doing that now for 60 years with metal detectors. It's the ones that aren't written down and aren't really, you know, very common knowledge are the ones that really produce more. And there's so much information available now to just people like me or you on just online, like the Library of Congress has huge amounts of maps and diaries, and there's free books, millions of free books you can start delving into for the Civil War history and like that, that, you know, no one had access to that stuff 20 years ago. And there's no library in the world that can hold everything that I can bring up right now in a quick search on the computer, and I could read for the rest of my life, you know, on just researching places. So it's a good time to be in the hobby. Most people think that it's not, you know, people have been doing it for so long, all the good spots are gone. But the wing it spots, there's a lot of them out there, and you can still research because there's so much information at your fingertips if you're willing to just read online. It's free information. So it's a good time to be in the hobby. It really is.
What's your best source? What do you think is?
Well, the Library of Congress has a huge amount of maps. So if we're looking at the old maps to figure out where the roads went, where the fords are, that's a primary source for me. But you can branch out from there. You know, every major university has an online library, and sometimes they will have maps that the Library of Congress doesn't have. So, you know, you look at those things too. Google Books, I mean, it's amazing. If you do if you go and just do a Google search, just look in the books, you know, hit the tab for books, do preview only, and you'll be amazed at the hundreds of books that will pop up that you can read and find places to go metal detecting. You know, books that were written in the 1880s, talking about Civil War, and books that were written in the 1880s, 90s, from the veterans who, you know, wrote a book and talked about it. And there it is, right there online. And we might only be one copy in some library out in Missouri. Who knows? But everyone can read them online now. So that's a tremendous source of places to go. In fact, the two good places this summer that I'm going to check that I think will be really good, I found through a book search and just reading chapters, and you know, you can do the word searches right there too. I mean, you can search the whole book. You know, if you're just looking for certain things, I mean, you'll take you right to the word. So, just amazing how easy research is now, and how much that has opened up things for people who know about it. You know,
right? There you go. You gotta know about it, right? That's the first time. That's the first time someone's mentioned the Library of Congress or the university. Most times, when that question is asked, we get, well, there's this site on Facebook or on the net, and there's this site. Never thought about the libraries, of course. Where else?
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're there looking, a lot of them will have links to others very similar. So you might be looking at Cornell University's entire digital library of millions of books, and there'll be a link of similar libraries that you can go to, and there might be, you know, next one's down in Texas. And you go down to the Texas one, and they have the Civil War maps that you have never seen before, you know, that they just happen to have in their libraries. And, you know, the Library of Congress might not have, but the Library of Congress does have a lot of maps. You can spend forever just looking at just Civil War maps.
Right. Speaking of Civil War, our buddy down east detecting and prospecting, aka Bob Drake, wants to know how safe or stable are live rounds and cannonballs and what it takes to defuse them for show. So I'm assuming that you might know something about that.
Yeah, I did a video one time, and basically I said, holding a cannonball that you find from the Civil War is no more dangerous than holding a propane tank that you just went down to Walmart and bought to hook into your lantern. I mean, they're the same thing. I mean, it's not going to blow up unless you do something stupid with it, like put it into a fire or drill into it. It's a possibility. Propane tank may explode if you're drilling into it. Might not. Might just let the gas out. Same thing with a Civil War era artillery shell. Civil War era is black powder. Okay, black powder is very stable. It does not break down into an unstable element, like some of the modern chemical explosives. And by modern, I mean by 1900, they're already making TNT and stuff like that.
Like dynamite can become unstable and sweat nitro.
Right.
Yeah, and some of the more modern explosives from like World War I, World War II especially, and then on, I mean, the chemicals start breaking down and they create these crystals inside that if you shake it hard or drop it, the crystals can break, and that can cause a detonation. So I've read. But that's only in post-Civil War shells, because during the Civil War, it was only black powder. Black powder is very stable. It will not go off unless you get a spark to it. Putting it in a fire or something like that.
We got a call from a digger from Missouri.
I just mentioned Missouri, didn't I?
Yeah,
I wasn't researching Missouri, but
coaxed them to call.
Actually, you were a guest on his Facebook show not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
If he'll come up. Come on, Andy. Come on.
I'm glad it's late.
Try again.
Wayne put in the chat, eat gold. Find more.
Yeah, I saw that.
I told him, I said, don't go there. Don't go there.
Well,
He'll try again. Well, maybe he'll try again.
Are you there, Andy? Here, I'll tell you what. I'll pull Andy in.
There you go.
There you go.
Make him talk.
Oh, he wants to ask questions. He's asked a couple, and we kind of passed it by.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, because we had other questions come up, and it just kind of got pushed that way.
Yeah, I don't have my notebook up to that I usually copy questions on yet. I can't.
Well, answer the phone.
He's trying to find him. I see him scrolling through it on the screen.
Yeah, I can't find. Oh, there he is. I'll try calling him.
There you go. Pull him in. You can run, but you can't hide.
Not with Skype anymore.
Answer your Skype, Andy.
Yes, we will share.
Oh, I think he's there. How you doing, Andy? Unmute your mic. I think Murphy's visiting Andy.
Hello?
Andy? Hey, there he is. How you doing, Andy?
Oh, hey, I didn't mean to call in. That was an accident.
Oh, no,
That's
no.
all right.
It's all right. That's why we do it.
Now that you're here, let's talk.
It's a call and talk show, buddy.
Hey, Beau.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. Hey, I saw your show the other week.
Which one was
it's late.
Well,
dude,
anyway.
that was so funny. I laugh every time I think about that. That was really funny. You handled that well.
Well, you know, with Facebook and all that, everything don't always match up the way it should, and so stuff like that happens.
That's life. That is life. You know,
Sure.
just never know.
We call
hey, but I did
him
wanna ask you.
Murphy.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is, Ed. That's what it's Murphy. I did want to ask you, I guess, now that I'm here, what are you looking forward to most about the Garrett hunt?
Oh, I've never been to it, so I don't. I know there's a lot of stuff going on and the bartles in the water and stuff, but I think mostly just getting down there and seeing new territory and meeting people that I haven't met. I got a lot of people down there I talk to that I just don't get to meet up here. So I think that's much it, really. Just big social thing, and you just get to talk to people and hang out and just have a good time, because I don't get to do that a whole lot. You can't really hang out here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sit around and you can chit chat in the shade of a tree, and it's fun. Makes it
and you get to interact with all your fans. A lot of people that are avid viewers and would love to meet you, so you get that opportunity too, which is also really neat.
Yeah, I think that's probably the big thing, really. I want to look around for stuff too, but I can do that anywhere, really. So it's really about the people and, just getting out there and having fun, and hopefully they have fun too. So that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, I wish I could go. I tell you, I watch all those videos and I get so jealous, because I just was like, man, I wish I could make it. I can't do it. I got too many children that are too young, that it just don't work with my schedule right now.
Well, life gets in the way. It does.
Yeah, it does. I had to wait till I retired before I was able to do anything.
Well, me too. So,
Wayne says over 500 people will be at the Garrett hunt.
Nice.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Beau, one last thing before I go. One last thing before I get off here.
Yep.
What do you think your count for found cell phones in rivers is? What's it up to?
Oh, I don't know. 50, 100.
Wow.
It's crazy how many people lose those expensive pieces of equipment.
It is. I mean, but I guess it's easy to do.
All right. Well, I didn't mean to call, but I don't want to get in. I don't want to be here too long, take up too much of your time. But anyway, I did want to thank you again for joining my show. And
you're a good guy. I like you. You're a good guy.
I appreciate it. Yeah. And I'll let you go. Have a good evening. I'll be still in chat anyway. And I just wanted to pop on. All right.
Thanks for calling, Andy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had Andy on a few weeks back.
Nice.
Yep. We've been having a lot of metal detectors on lately. That's cool.
Oh, we're all one big happy family.
Yeah, right. It's all treasure hunting.
Like our buddy. Yeah, I know a lot of our prospecting friends are also detectorists, so.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
I know I own two.
I have three.
Now, I've noticed how you talk about the positions of trees and level spots like on little knolls and stuff. And
I was going to ask you about that. Yeah.
And rings and stuff, and that's how you could tell that a home site has been there in the past.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of different clues that you can look for, and unfortunately, sometimes there's no clues as to foundations or level spots even, because sometimes they didn't dig a flat area to put a house or to have any type of foundation. Sometimes your biggest clue might be just a plant. A plant that isn't normally found in the area, especially things like irises. I found a lot of home sites just by walking through the woods and seeing, iris plants off in the distance. Because people planted them 200 years ago, just like we plant them today. And irises are very, very hardy. I mean, they live forever. And that's one of the things in the spring when you're out just walking in the woods to look for irises and daffodils, especially, because they can live on and on and on. So you're looking for that kind of stuff. Plus, you know, the odd stone or piece of brick or an oyster shell or whatever.
When you're looking for irises and you see like, do you see like a row of them, or maybe like 2 or 3 all by themselves out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, generally speaking,
so
you'll see.
When you see that, what is it that you actually visualize happen in that area when you see like 2 or 3 of those iris bushes standing out in the middle of the field? I mean, what's your thought at that point?
Well, most of the time that would denote that there's a home site there. And that may have been a house site that was there from 1750 to 1783. You know what I mean? And they planted flowers and they've lived for that long in a pasture field or, you know, woods or whatever. And so that's the first thing that goes in my mind. Now, there could be a dump because, you know, of course, people would throw, when they're cleaning out the yards and stuff, they'll throw stuff away. In iris, if a root got out there, it could just start growing in a dumping area. So it could just be a bottle dump. But in my experience, 95% of the time, there's an old home site within, you know, 50 or 100 yards of that flower.
Okay. So did they use them as like borders on their property or to circle their house, or
no, just like today.
Like I mean, now?
Just like today, you'd plant flowers in your yard because you like to see flowers in the springtime. You know, the starving time's over. You know, things are growing again, and people have always liked flowers.
Yeah, well, you know, like now people will plant flowers along their walkway.
Mm-hmm. And that could be the same thing too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was wondering. How they use it the same, you know, in front of the house, whatever house it was or whatever building, you know, next to the steps. So it kind of help you find the entrance.
Well, it might. I mean, they're not always right there. I mean, the house could be 50 yards away. They could have been, you know, moved around or whatever. But generally speaking, and with a metal detector, the thing is, with a metal detector, you know immediately. I mean, I can go to a flower, turn it on, put the thing on the ground within 15 seconds. I can tell you if there's a home site close by. I mean, if you're on the home site, you're going to know it because you're listening to the iron, because you always want to be listening for all the little bits and pieces of nails, because those will lead you to the treasure. I mean, when I find a home site or a Civil War camp, I mean, I'm not listening for bullets and coins. I'm listening for the iron, the little nails, because there'll be 10,000 nails for every, you know, coin that's out there. So you're finding that one nail, then you find another one, and you it's like just following a trail. You try to stay in the concentration until it gets more and more and more and more. And when you start to get closer with the houses, you'll start finding the buttons and the coins. And that's what the flower does. It gives you an area to start. So you start there, and you're listening for a blip or bleep of iron, or maybe it's already right on the house, and then you turn the machine on and it goes nuts, and you're there. You know, but it's just kind of a signal that you need to turn the machine on and start making circles around that, you know, 5 feet out, 20 feet out, 50 feet out, and see if the iron starts to pick up more iron signals. Yeah, that's how you find it more. You'll find a lot more home sites or the old coins if you're doing that, other than just going out looking for coins. Just looking for coins, walk right. You know, I mean, if you go on the edge of a home site, you might walk through 15 nails, no good signals, and keep going. You know, but if you're thinking, you know, 15 nails, well, that's the first time I've heard nails in the last half hour. Something happened here, and you slow down and start going in circles and circles and circles.
Right.
So you're not really always looking for treasure. You're looking for the clues. You're looking for the flower. You're looking for the misplaced rock. You're looking for, you know, the uptick in the iron.
Gotcha. So it's not. You're not just going, okay, where's that dime? Where's that bracelet? You need to find that other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can say, you can get, you know, that's no problem. I tell you, you want to put your blinders on and say, I'm going to go find silver today and go look for silver. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just say, take those blinders off and say, I'm going to go find a site today that may have silver in it.
Right.
You know, look for the older sites if you want the silver, but look for the site, not for the treasure. The treasure will fall in place But you got to be listening for that iron, and you got to be looking for those flowers, and you have to be looking for the little dips in a misplaced brick or oyster shell or something like that, because those are the clues that will take you to the really good stuff. And most people walk right by it. They just, you know, if you don't hit that coin, you just keep on going. And it's a shame, but you know, I try to talk about that in my videos. But you know, most people they just want the blinders, they want the coins, and they don't look for anything else. Which is fine.
I have a remark from Sean Yoder of the Backwoods Boys. He says, "Good night, all. Beau, thanks for the download. Appreciate you taking the time."
Is that a question?
No, it was a comment.
I don't exactly remember what it was. But.
It was a comment from Sean Yoder. Him and his boys have a YouTube channel, the Backwoods Boys.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he's thanking you for a download and appreciate you taking the time.
Well, I appreciate hearing that. You know, I wish I had more time that I could do more stuff like that. But it's so hard. You know, but I try. I'm not very successful. It's like my treasure hunting. Sometimes I'm not successful, but I try.
I got another question for you from the Harrises.
Okay.
Yeah, she wants to know, are you ever out anywhere and all of a sudden someone comes up and goes, "Hey, Aquachigger!" You know, out of nowhere, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I bet you would.
It happens all over the country. Go to McDonald's, you're like, "You're Aquachigger," yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's not crazy, but it does happen for sure. So.
Right. Does it ever worry you? I mean, do you ever get?
No. I mean, not really.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm trying to be nice to people, so I don't think too many people are after me.
I mean, you know, you're at the grocery store buying a lemon and somebody goes, "Aquachigger, I saw your video. You did this. That was so cool."
Yeah, that happens. And, you know, the thing is that, you know, I get a lot of nice spots that way, too. People that recognize me, we start talking, and then they're like, "Yeah, I got, you know, 100-acre farm. You're welcome to come out." It happens. It happens a lot. So it's a plus side to that, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't mind. I don't mind when people recognize me. It does happen, but it's not like crazy. It's not like, you know, the Beatles and all the women running up the street. I wish it was, but it's not.
I
you know.
didn't expect that.
Well, you never know. I mean, I'm all shaved up and pretty now, so.
I guess.
I guess.
What?
J3B Diggins has a question. He says, "Do you have any weird talents that we don't know about, like crocheting or knitting?"
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm very talented in determining how old trees are. It's actually like a superpower for me. According to Jocelyn Elizabeth. That's my superpower. Oh, we're going to be out digging. I mean, she's like, how old do you think that tree is? And I was like, well, it's about 327 years old. Really? That's my superpower.
I'll bet you
hard
two
to prove me wrong.
Together.
Yeah, you're going to have to cut it down, count the rings.
Back to the one question that the Harris family has. I was going to say, if Jesse and I get recognized out and about, I know you have to.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. I mean, it's, you know, I enjoy it because a lot of times it's, you know, the kids that recognize me. And that's fun. I mean, last summer I had a kid that recognized my voice. I was right, you know, at a program and I was talking to someone else, and he's like, you know, comes around, "I heard it, that's Auqachigger." And he knew my voice, which I think is so weird, you know, but yeah, so it happens.
I was talking to someone today, a guy I work with. He says he likes it when you go, "Hold your breath," and like, "Don't slip on the rocks." He's like, I actually catch myself holding my breath when he starts going down in the water.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, and I think the kids especially like it. I get a lot of feedback from parents that their kids are running around the house saying that. So yeah, I keep doing it because people enjoy it and it's fun.
Yeah.
So.
You gotta get what they want, right?
Yeah. Well, I enjoy it too. I mean, if you were with me and I didn't have a camera, that's what I do. I'm kind of sick when it comes to stuff like that. So, especially when there's kids involved.
Yeah,
that sounds like fun.
You have quite the museum in your treasure room.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a couple of videos when you were in your treasure room and talking about this and that, and one was about books, and you were really talking about this one book and research and stuff, and you had cannonballs and stuff behind you. Are you in your treasure room now?
I am not. My treasure room is in my basement, and I don't know how good the signal is down there. I'm actually up in the spare bedroom office, and there's nothing to see here.
I just realized your camera's not on, is it?
No.
Yours.
Not on?
No. Got your picture. You look like you're wearing an old, like, lineman's hat or a World War I helmet.
No one can see you.
Why?
I just realized
Dudes? I thought you were professionals.
Professionals? What?
Well, what would I need to do?
Hit your camera button.
Push the one with the video camera. It should have a line through it right now.
Wait a second. I can dab my forehead then, right? So gosh, I don't even see it, to be honest with you. Are you still there?
Yeah,
you're still there.
Well, I have this thing on. I thought I was on. Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
How's that?
There he is.
There you are.
Come on.
Say something.
That's crazy.
We figured maybe you got camera shy or something.
No, I didn't realize it wasn't on. So. You guys are terrible. Jeez.
Yeah, we would like to go through the whole show like that. And, and I'm looking at that picture that you got on your Skype there. What is that?
That's a World War I era helmet that I found in the river.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's it's a relic that I found, and then one day I just put it on my head and took a picture just for the heck of it, a little selfie,
Yeah.
And that's all it is.
Looks like that toy one I found in that house I was doing drywall on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a doughboy helmet. It's it's a legit doughboy helmet.
Oh, did you find it overseas?
No,
like
it was
during one of your. Oh, it was here. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
It was just in the river. I mean, you find all kinds of stuff in in the rivers when you're digging. Like I said, I find a lot of World War II munitions and stuff like that, and people don't think about that that kind of stuff being around. But yeah, we had soldiers here too.
Right.
They lost stuff. People brought stuff
home. Our soldiers trained here. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, they trained here and they lived here, and
right.
Yeah, so you find a lot of World War I, World War II stuff. I find a fair amount of that. Vietnam, there were munitions in the rivers, where people had them and they pitched them in. So
wow,
can't believe I wasn't on camera the whole time.
Yeah, you weren't. No wonder you were comfortable. Huh?
Here you was acting all proper and stuff.
I was. I mean, I was sitting. I took my little bow tie off. I didn't care anymore. I never saw it.
So you were just over in England with Jocelyn, weren't you?
Yeah. We went over and did the detective owl thing, which is like a huge rally. Garrett took us over with some other people, and then we did another hunt. With a group over there that is just starting up, where they take, the Americans come over and stay with them, and they take them digging. metal detecting holidays, and a real good group of guys. Well, it's 2 guys and the wife is kind of putting it together. So we spent I think about a week doing that as well, doing videos. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, I watched those videos. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun. So,
did you bring anything
like
back from there?
Pardon me?
Did you bring anything back from there?
No. What you do is you have to leave it over there. Anything that's over 50 years old, I think it's 50 years old, you cannot take out of the country without an export license. So what you do is you leave it there, and then whoever has taken whoever you've done the tour with, takes it to the government officials, the field liaison officers, FLOs, and typically they do it, and they catalog everything, and and then you get a license, and they mail it back to you. They're not really interested in much anything that's younger than 200 years. They really don't even care about, but you still have to get the license to take it out of the country.
I see.
But the older stuff, they want to see it and document it, and they have the option of actually buying it from you. If there's something they want to put in a museum, they can do that.
So it could take months till you get your finds from over there.
Yeah, typically, it can take a month to more, depending on how busy the the people are, the government employees, the FLOs. If they're really busy, it might take a while. But I mean, I don't care. I'll get them eventually. They'll show up in the mail.
You were with Digger Dawn on that holiday too, weren't you?
Yeah. She came out toward the end of that trip, and we're there with the Diggers. KG and Ringy. It was me, KG and Ringy, and then Jocelyn. We were kind of doing that little tour. Kind of just checking it out, and she showed up later. I think the last day or next to the last day. So it was a lot of fun. It really was.
Oh, got another question here for you too. Really good one. From the Harrises, of course. She's full of good. She should have just stayed out and interviewed herself. Is there a place you want to detect that you've never been before, like the battlefield or another historical place that's normally off limits?
I cannot say that I have some place in mind that I just would love to be able to go and detect.
You just die to do.
I just don't have any place. I mean, if it's some place that I can go, well, I can go. I just don't have. I don't know. I just don't have that place. Well, no, I take that back. I take it back. There is one place, one field in a Civil War battlefield that I would like to go. It's actually still private property, so I could probably get permission. I never have done that. Where my great-great-grandfather would ever go wounded. I guess that would be a cool place to try to metal detect and find a bullet. If I only had one place, that would be it, I guess.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I don't really have any burning desire to go into a particular battle site or, historical area.
What's left on your bucket list? Our friend Bob from Maine, I'm trying to find his question.
It's, where is it at? I just see it right there.
Okay, so what is on his bucket list to find?
I would like to find a 12-pound bronze Napoleon cannon, which is a very common cannon of the American Civil War. If I could find one of those, I'd be very happy. But
the whole cannon.
Yeah, a bronze Napoleon.
That would be awesome.
Not an iron parrot or anything like that, but a bronze, very common.
Where would you look for that?
Rivers.
Not here.
Well, here? Yeah, I mean that's what any place they fought. It's possible there's a cannon. There could be a cannon there. I mean, I got several things I've researched where there could be cannons still. I've had lots of people telling me, stories about seeing cannons where they're kids and stuff, and they're almost always wrong. But I still always check those leads out as well. I got 4 or 5 of those right now that hopefully we'll get to this summer. But yeah, they're out there. People still find them occasionally.
Oh. Okay.
Wayne Peterson asked, did you meet up with Robert McDonald overseas this year?
Robert McDonald.
Is he related to Ronald Wayne?
I knew you were going to ask that.
I don't know. I can't say I know exactly who that is for sure. And I apologize, but I don't remember hardly anybody. I mean, if I see him, I know him, but names are really tough.
I know that feeling.
I know that feeling too.
Yeah, it's really. Yeah, I'm not sure who that would be.
Okay.
I know the name, but I can't figure out who that is for sure. Of course, might not be the same person either. So
I don't know. Well, Bob asking some weird questions.
Will the Mokai hold a cannonball?
a cannonball? No, probably not. Dude, I've had that thing packed full of cannonballs. It'll hold a lot of weight, a lot more than me. So, might not hold a cannon though. That's a couple thousand pounds, but cannonball, sure.
Right on. Have you found any swords?
Yeah, I mean, I've not found a lot of swords, but I find a few occasionally. A lot of like the hilts and blades. I have a couple that I found a few summers ago. That's pretty. I don't know if I even got a video of those, but there were two of them that I found that both of the swords are broken in like 3 pieces, where the soldier had taken them and purposely broke them into pieces and threw them in the river. 2 of them. That was kind of cool. Something weird happened there. But yeah, I find a few. Not as many as I'd like, but I find a few.
Metal Shell. Have you ever seen a Bigfoot?
Damn squinch. Yeah.
Sam Squinch.
That's why I always carry a bat, just in case. No, I haven't yet. I'm still looking, though.
Yeah. You'll know when you see it.
Yep.
I was watching a reality TV show the other day. I only got through one episode. Appalachian Monsters or something like that.
Mothman.
That's good quality entertainment.
Oh,
those guys are always almost catching something.
Yeah, they were after a werewolf man in Kentucky.
They almost got it.
I think I see a werewolf. But it was entertaining for a minute. Let me take my one last commercial break real quick, and we'll get back. Phone lines will still be open. Again, we're with Auqachigger. We'll be right back.
Adventure, mystery, discovery. Gold panning is more than a search for beautiful rocks. Panning is a journey that can take you to amazing places all around the world. It is an experience for all ages, bringing families closer together and fulfilling a spark of excitement when life has grown too dull. The Gold Claw pan makes it easier to take part in the journey than ever before. This expertly designed pan is made for any skill level and any age. All you need is an explorer's heart and the passion for discovery. Begin your family's gold story now. Order your Gold Claw pan today and see where the adventure takes you.
All right, we're back with Auqachigger. Down East Detecting and Prospecting, our friend Bob from Maine. This one I'll get asked before 45 minutes, Bob. How do you get a 1,000-pound cannon out 2 miles from your truck?
Well, when I find one, I'll tell you.
That one will be
lots and lots of rope.
A lot of those little drones. Right?
There you go.
And nor M detection. What's the most amazing relic you found?
Well, typically I would say my wife, but since you said relic, I can't. What's the most amazing thing you found? You know? I can't say that with a relic. I can see
that one in trouble.
Yeah, probably already in trouble. So, you know, I don't know. You know, I think one of my favorite things to find are the identification discs and badges from the Civil War. You know, their equivalent of a dog tag. Those are probably some of my most favorite things to find, because you can look up the soldier. You know, usually we'll have his name, where he's from, maybe some of the battles he fought in.
Right.
And so you can do a lot of research with that, and it's something that you know the person who wore that, and you know you're holding it in your hand, and you know you can get a lot of records online, you know, with the National Archives and stuff. That's my favorite type of thing to find.
Have you taken it to the point where you reached out to any living relatives?
I haven't had anything like that happen.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
That would take a lot of extra research, wouldn't it? I mean, that would take a lot.
It would take a lot of extra research, and I guess it's possible. It does happen occasionally if you get lucky. You know, if you get lucky. Right. But to be honest with you, most people don't care. You know, they're like, "Oh, really? How much is it worth?" You know.
Well, okay, right.
They don't care. They really don't care. So.
Oh, okay.
And people like us, you know, we like history.
Right. We like the history of it.
Has no interest in any of that.
Right.
D Fellas 1, are you a member of any local metal detecting clubs?
Yes, there's the South Mountain Relic and Coin Club that meets here in Williamsport, Maryland, once a month, and I'm a member of that. Don't make every meeting. I haven't made one in a while, but yeah, it's all, you know, all my local friends and stuff. So
you have a bunch of Facebook groups also, don't you?
No, not really. I had the Chigs Army group that, you know, J3B. Yeah, and he runs that. He kind of does. You know, I try to be as involved. You know, I try to get involved with as much as I can, but I got so much other stuff already going on with social media, and I'm kind of backwards when it comes to that stuff. And just between trying to answer personal emails and you know, I have a Patreon page that I spend a lot of time on. It's really hard for me to be very active in other groups, like, you know, that are on Facebook and things like that. It's just really tough for me to do that. And he does a great job, you know, doing the moderation of that. I try to pop over there, you know, occasionally and stuff. But it's hard for me to be really involved in a lot of different groups. I wish I could be, but you know, I'd rather be researching and, you know, or out in the woods or scratching.
You know, that's really cool that you would take the time out to hang out with us on a Tuesday night. You know,
definitely.
Yeah, well, you know, I need to do more of that. You know, I'm really kind of a shy person, and I don't do a lot of this kind of stuff because of that. But yeah, I, you know, try to give back a little bit, and I know people have questions and things they want to know, and you know, it's, you know, I always enjoy it. I mean, once I get going, I'm fine. You know, just getting started.
Go ahead.
Well, shoot.
I was just gonna say, Scott Long said he's been waiting since you announced it that you were gonna be here, waiting patiently.
And he hated it because he was late.
I don't know if you're watching the. I don't know if you're watching the chat at all.
Yeah, I have it on there, so I'm kind of like looking at it a little bit, but not, you know. I'm trying not to focus on it because then I'll just want to hear you talk.
You can only do one thing at a time, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
A lot of crap gets slung in there.
What I noticed is right off the bat, even before you were on, people were, you know, like happy to be here. They were glad you were here. They were, you know, and it's still going on.
Yeah, well, it certainly is my pleasure to be here. You know, I'm glad you guys invited me, and you know, I'm happy to hear that, you know, my fans and other people out there, you know, bring some joy to their life, I hope.
Oh, well,
So by being here, and talking and chit-chatting and because it's all good stuff, that's what it's all about. It really is.
Right. Now, our live audience isn't always real big. We don't have hundreds of people watching live, but I'm sure by the time the week is up, there'll be a lot of views on this.
Good.
So that's, people that we know, your fans, our fans, and they're all spreading the word and spreading the disease.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's always my pleasure. I just wish you guys had the camera running.
Oh, we do. We're watching you.
Now, do you do this full time now? Has it come to be your real job now?
Well, I retired about 10 years ago. I had a business that I sold and I was able to more or less retire.
Cool.
So I don't have a lot of financial pressure on me to, work 9 to 5 somewhere. So yeah, this is kind of what I do full time. Not just making videos, but just do my own stuff, I'll just go out and do stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's just, I'm in a good place in my life. I've worked hard to get here. I've been very lucky. But it's just, I'm just just enjoying life and trying to share some of the things that I do, via the videos and whatnot. Just to show people that it's not all about just working. I hear so many people, and I know it's tough. I know it's tough out there, but it's not always about just trying to make as much money as you can and, struggling and fretting about that. Sometimes you just have to step back, take the blinders off and just look at the trees, and just slow down and relax, because those are going to be your memories. Your memories aren't going to be how hard you worked at the factory or, pouring concrete. I did concrete.
No.
Yeah, I have a lot of memories, but, I want the memories to be, butterflies and stuff like that, So,
right. Concrete work. I work construction, and thank God I don't do concrete work every day. I can tell you that.
I love it. I did a precast concrete manufacturing company.
Oh,
and
okay.
Absolutely loved it. I mean, it's really hard work. I mean, I was out there with the guys doing the stuff, working the things. I loved it. It was hard. 70 hours a week, was just really tough. And I would never want to do it again, though. I made it through it, and things worked out, and now I'm just like, la la la, which is wonderful.
Enjoying the fruits of your labor.
That's right.
Yeah, and trying to, when I talk to other people, say, don't just focus on your job. I mean, you have to a certain extent, but don't make that your life, because you'll not be happy at the end. You'll not make a difference with other people in the end if you're just focused on making money and just worried about that all the time and having the the best of the best. I mean, I'm really cheap. I mean, I'm really, really cheap. You know what I mean? It's not
we're all cheap. I think.
Nice stuff.
I got another question for you.
It's a good outlook, and I try to share that with people. And sometimes some people understand, and others just want the best of the best, and nose to the grindstone, and that's what they want to do. That's what they do.
You miss out on a lot when you do that. I mean,
yeah, I think so.
Miss out. I mean, I know. I'm retired, been 6 years now, I think, 6 or 7 years.
So you're almost starting to get used to it, right?
Well, actually, I've got prospecting that's helped. First, I coached football, youth football, for a few years. I really enjoyed that, but parents are a pain. They're the worst athletes there are parents.
It's a stress.
I got into prospecting, and that really has made my retirement enjoyable.
Right.
So yeah, retirement's good, but you got to earn that. But I do have a question from Scott Lund for you. Says, Beau, great to see you. I'm curious, how many minutes on an average day do you spend underwater when you river dive?
Well, if I, it depends. If like, I guess he's like talking about when I'm looking for sunglasses and stuff. I guess. Like if I have a 20-minute video of me doing that, I've probably been on the river 6 hours.
Yeah.
At least, which is a very long, hard, because it is very difficult, and that's some of the most strenuous stuff I've ever done, including work with concrete. That river diving is really, really tough. Looking for stuff, but 20-minute video, you can figure 6 hours of being out there.
Most of the time, you're just snorkeling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Snorkeling, but climbing around on the rocks and fighting the current is just very, very strenuous.
Yeah, I can't. Absolutely love it. Like I told you earlier, I have a hard time watching those videos. Seasick.
I have a hard time making those videos. I mean, it's trying to hold on, and they're.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I really like that jet kayak thing you have.
That's awesome. I really like it too. I can go places that I could never dream have, being able to get to before with a normal kayak. Because I can go. It has a range of about 40 miles with one tank. I mean, I can bring extra gas with me, so I've run out a few times. Thanks, Relic Bob. He rescued me once. But yeah, it's really fun because you can get to where you want to go and you're there. I see guys dredging and whatnot, and they're taking the little boats up these little rivers to try to dredge, and they can't get very far because that's hard just doing that. But I can take that little jet boat and go, right up the river, and they're like, "How did you get up here?" It was 2 days to get here, and there I'm just like still drinking, Coke from McDonald's or something. But yeah, it's a great little tool. It's a tool. I mean, it's fun, but I use it for my work, my art,
your work,
right? Your lifestyle, as I like to put it, lifestyle.
Yeah, it's fun. In fact, I'm working on mine right now to get it ready for the season, so it's almost time to get on the water again. Ice is pretty much melted.
That's a pretty nice winch setup you made for your truck,
Yeah, it actually works very well. I'm very, very happy with that. There's no way for me to get the thing on the truck without it, and I don't like towing trailers, especially when I'm going out for extended periods of time. When I go to Texas and Arizona, I'll bring the boat with me, but I can put it right on top. So I don't even know what's up there. But if I get out there and I want to go do something on one of the lakes, I can go do it. Now I have a motorboat that's small. So it's really nice, and the fact I don't have to haul it with a trailer makes it so much nicer.
Oh, I bet. Those things look heavy.
Yeah, they're probably a couple 100 pounds, I guess. It's got a 7.5 horsepower motor in it. Subaru, I think it's a Subaru. So it's heavy, and the gas and all the other stuff.
How much gear do you pack in that thing?
Oh, what I did is I took out all the flotation devices, so that's completely open on the inside. Because when you buy them, they're full of foam. So I can haul a lot of stuff. I mean, I can go camping for a week, no problem, and have the gear in there and not have to worry about it. So I can haul quite a bit. I don't know how many pounds, maybe 500 pounds, maybe. You could even tow a boat behind you if you want. Some people do that. They'll actually tow a little kayak behind them if they're going hunting for like a week or two.
Right.
So.
Now, do you ever camp on the river while you're doing that? Or are they mostly like one-day trips?
I do a lot of one-day trips, but a lot of times when I'm traveling, I might, 3 or 4 days, sometimes a week or two. I'll camp on the river sometimes, but not always. Usually I might camp somewhere else. But yeah, I've gone on like multi-night trips. I got a few videos just this past summer doing that. Or, metal detecting gold panning type things where I'll just go all day and set up camp that night and start again in the morning. I have a few videos doing that. I need to do more of it because it really is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But, I don't have to because it has a motor and I can easily go anywhere. in a very short period of time. It's not like, well, when I kayaked all the time. I had to actually do a lot more camping because, you know, it took a long time to get from point A to point B if they're 20 miles apart. Where now it doesn't take any time at all. So I'm able to cut down on the camping when I want to, which is nice.
Excellent.
Check that. I'm gonna have to check that video out. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was just past summer. I can't remember what I called them. Some gold hunting, or I think one of the thumbnails has a dredge on the river, and so it's few of them right now that's a stretch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them out.
I found some good gold too. I had to talk to him for like 2 days before he started telling me, but yeah, he did well.
I think I started watching your stuff when you were. I think the first video I watched that you did was reading the lay of the land, reading what the different things meant on a certain piece of property. And you could, you know, tell that. So that was when I first started watching your videos.
And I should probably do more of that because a lot of people, you know, are new to watching my videos and they haven't seen some of that stuff. So I always feel like I'm always talking too much about the same thing over and over again. But I need to get in my head that, you know, some people didn't see that video 7 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, I do need to talk more about that because I'm always thinking it.
Right, and you're always thinking, and you probably made other realizations in the meantime. Well, this is more correct than what I said back then. You know?
Exactly. So. That's part of what we do is we learn. Hopefully, you know, we learn from our mistakes and just what we observe.
So there is a reason for you to redo some of those, and you know, make them new again, because there are people all the time looking and coming on. That's how I found you. I was doing that. I got me a metal detector. Let me find some stuff here that I can check out. Watch, watch on YouTube. How do you fix this door window? Oh, look on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I mean, I use YouTube for fixing everything. I mean, I do all my own mechanical work and stuff now on my vehicles. I mean, I'm not mechanically inclined, but with the YouTube, you can do it. I just tore the bed off my truck and replaced the bed. The supports underneath it. YouTube.
Something you would probably never have done had you not looked at it on YouTube.
That's right.
So,
sorry, Jesse. I was just going to say we have another question in the room by Scott Lund. With Clem and Chill Bill being in California this month, can we expect a video of you two together anytime soon?
Well, I'm sad to say that actually he did. Well, I'm happy to say he invited me to come out and spend a week with him. But I got the flu, right when he did that. Like that night, I got the flu. And I've been really sick for 2 weeks. And he actually had the flu like a month ago. So we're kind of at the point right now we're probably not going to happen this time, unfortunately.
Bummer.
But we'll get together again. I mean, no doubt about it. But he's only out there for a certain amount of time. And I just probably not going to happen this spring or winter.
There you go, Scott.
Yeah, I wish I could have made it, and he does too, but he didn't want me there. I was really sick. I mean, I haven't made a video in like weeks. It's terrible.
Yeah, it can be quite a chore, huh? What do you film with?
I use for most of my videos an Olympus TG camera. I started with like the TG1. Now it's up to like the TG4. Every year or two they come out with a newer model, which is a tough model. So it's just a small waterproof camera. Most of my videos are filmed with that. I do have a Sony little camcorder that I use sometimes. But that's it. I mean, most of it's just that little point and shoot Olympus camera.
What do you edit with?
Windows Movie Maker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what I used forever.
Yeah, it's really, really simple. I mean, you can't do a lot of the fancy stuff with it, but I don't care about that because that's not what I really want to do. I want to have the experience and share the experience. I don't care about a bunch of fades and stuff. I just I don't want to do it. Windows Movie Maker. It's really easy to use. It's free. Windows does not support it anymore. They don't make updates to it, but you can still get it. So if you have a computer and you can't find Windows Movie Maker, you can still find it. You just have to download it from other sites. So it's still available. It's really easy. I'm just not smart enough to learn anything else. I've tried other things, but it's too hard.
Okay.
Just on and off, right?
Pretty much, yeah. It's pretty much, and videos turn out okay. So
I was actually talking and it had the mute button on, so.
Happens.
Yeah.
I always used a YouTube editor, but they got rid of it, and that was so simple to use.
Yeah, I never tried. Yeah, but hey, is my movie? Am I still like moving?
Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you mean on YouTube? No, I think it's froze.
It's
buffering. I don't see it moving anymore.
It's buffering pretty bad. I have a great signal on my end on my software, and YouTube's giving me a big orange line. Usually it clears up pretty quick.
Oh, I see now.
We just might be
buffering all night.
They knew you were going to be on live, Beau, and they're crashing YouTube.
Throttling it down, right? I was just curious. It didn't look like it was working anymore. So.
No, you know what? I'm not able to get it to. I've refreshed 3 times. It's still stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of my things are pretty long, but why? Geez, I wanted it to be green when we do that drawing.
Pinko commies.
Yeah, the Russians did it.
You're aging yourself.
Hey, there we go. Thank you, YouTube. Now it should pick up. Hopefully Murphy won't hang out anymore. Go back to, hate to do it to you, Andy, but go back visit Andy or someone else. No, we don't like it when Murphy shows up, Beau. Now, is your last name French?
It's French-Canadian, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, Ouimette, Ouimatte.
Yeah, I was afraid I was going to butcher it, so I went into Google Translate and I pasted it in there and had it. Just what you said. Beau Ouimette.
Yeah, we met like we have met, yeah.
We have met.
Now, that isn't a stage name, right? That's your real name?
Yeah. It's actually an interesting. I'm going to digress a little bit. It's interesting history because my relative that came over from France a long time ago into New France, Canada, changed his name to Ouimette, Ouimette. First time it's ever been used as a last name. So anyone with that last name now can trace their roots back to that one person that came across, which is kind of really cool when you think about it. Because Ouimette's it's a fairly common name in Quebec, but we can all trace our roots back to that one, husband and wife that came across because he changed his name to a brand new name. It's never been used.
That's cool.
Isn't that weird?
That's cool.
Hey, okay, but since we're talking about that, I'm going to tell you guys something. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. You're butchering my Auqachigger name, and you're misspelling it.
Put that on
there. I wouldn't have said anything, but since you brought it up. Sorry.
Okay, okay, I see it.
Uh-oh.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you surf instead of go to school.
Hey, that was a long time ago.
You know that.
That was a long time ago.
Oh, I think I lost him.
Hello.
Oh, there you are.
Hello, you're here.
He's still here.
Okay. So what else can we talk about? Tell us some more stuff about you. Don't see any more questions happening up here.
questions. I'm not going to do the interview and talk about myself both.
I told you it was your show.
That would make things real interesting.
I don't understand that.
Well, did
Doggone YouTube's being Murphy again.
Yeah.
You're right. Jesus.
Stinking people.
Well, you know how technology is, Beau, especially for older guys. You know, I believe it's on YouTube side because everything's been working good the last few weeks, but you know, a lot of people from the West Coast are getting on now. It's almost 7 there, and a lot of us in between. And
do you want me to try to refresh mine?
oh, I don't think it's on.
No, I think it's on YouTube.
I think it's on YouTube end because we've been fine.
Yeah.
Your Skype's been working really good, Dano.
Right.
And
they hear us just fine. Everybody says they hear us just fine.
Yeah, I hear you
It's
fine.
just the videos being it. I'm back in the green on YouTube side, so be nice. Okay, well, I'll have to fix my typo on your name then.
That's just up to you, dude. I mean, I don't care, but you know, if someone's searching for it, they're not going to find it.
Not that name, huh?
I think I copied
Who's
it.
that?
I think I copied it from your Facebook when I did it.
Well,
I could
some
be
of us
wrong.
have dyslexia, maybe. I don't know.
I do
I'm
really
not talking about
bad.
me.
I do really bad. I'll admit it. But
I actually do a little bit too, but
Einstein had it too. He's
look what happened to him.
Yeah, no doubt. Huh? Oh, my bad. I'll definitely fix that. Because I don't want that. I can do later. Well, while we're taking a little breather, let's give away our... we were asked to give away a 3-year membership to Watts on this show. Wayne Peterson wanted us to give it away because you were going to be our guest, and it deals with treasure hunting and everything. So why don't we give that away real quick and get that out of the way?
Get active in the chat, folks.
I've been keeping a well caught up list of people in the chat. Hopefully, okay, got a timer, Dano. Let's give them a minute and 20 seconds. Okay, minute and 5 seconds.
A minute and 5 seconds. Okay, you tell me when to start to watch.
All right. Let me get the random name generator over so they could see it.
Why do they have to call, or what do they got to do? You're giving them
just say, yeah, I'm in the room still or something.
Yep, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm here. Okay. Drum roll, please.
I don't have that up.
You're supposed to be McGiver Muscle Machines.
I started the time.
MMM.
MacGyver Muscle Machines.
Are you still in the room?
Time is ticking.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
If not, we'll call another name.
Yeah.
I did think MacGyver had left, though. I thought he told everybody good night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought so earlier there, but we'll give him his time. We're already 35 seconds into it.
Okay. Do, 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 do. Too bad Dennis isn't here. Our friend hates that song. He's a co-host of Prospectors Radio, Beau, and they play that during this time whenever they have a giveaway. And he just drives them nuts. We love the guy, but we like to pick on him just as much as his friends at Prospectors Radio.
Yeah, well, you have to. You have to do that.
Oh, yeah. Pick on the ones you love, right? Don't like you, I don't want to even talk to you, let alone pick on you.
All right, we gotta draw another name.
Okay. Let me.
So while he's drawing another name, I got a question for you.
Okay, let me get him out of there. Shoot, Jesse asked.
Okay, Scott Lund wants to know if you're going to do any more videos on any cave discoveries.
Oh yeah. I got a couple of things cooking, and I actually have a looking for a cave video that I did a couple of weeks ago that I haven't posted yet because I haven't edited it because I've been not feeling well. But yeah, I plan to do a lot more of that because I really enjoy that, and I'm always looking for caves anyway.
Right.
And just kind of decided to start filming it, which people seem to like it. So yeah. I got some more stuff coming up.
Cool. Mrs. Hook. Jonathan Perrette, your wife won. She has 1 minute and 5 seconds to reply in the room.
Hey.
Boy, this is how Tim Grimes feels when they can't give away something.
Figure out her sign in, Jonathan, and answer for her, buddy, if she's not around.
I thought I saw Jonathan just a minute ago.
He's in here. She was too, and she hasn't said much lately. See, she pops back in.
Oh. Jaron said he left.
Oh.
Yeah, I said I thought he left earlier.
Okay.
Oh, we're clicking down. 15 seconds left. Hook, get her on there.
Get a new name ready. Okay, let me take her out of there. See?
You got Angelina's name in there?
And time is up.
But I'll put Angelina's name in right now.
There you go. She just said that's awesome.
Add her in there.
I just put her first name. We know who she is. She's a regular. All right. Come on, 3rd time's the charm. Let's give away this membership.
And the winner is?
Metal Shell.
Oh, he wanted that too a little bit ago.
Yeah, I saw him say that. Me.
Okay,
I got to respond.
I got the timer running.
Yes, Ronald, we know you're here.
It wasn't you, Ronald.
No, you didn't win nothing, Ronald.
Metal Shell. Metal Shell. Must be talking about casings. He must dig up a lot of casings.
Wayne says, pick me, Wayne says.
Yeah, I saw that.
You can't give stuff away on here.
No kidding. Got about 17 seconds left.
Uh-oh. Holy cow, dude.
Jonathan's back now.
Wait.
He was just on.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up.
Oh my goodness sakes alive. Can't give nothing away, can we?
I'm telling you.
Gee whiz, for the love of Peter, Paul, and Mary. All right. Well, I know he was...
American Gold Prospectors back in the room now.
All right. Brian's back.
Mm.
Hey, they were all warned. You know this was going to happen. They need to stick around.
And David Villa says, "My name is next." Okay.
All right, one more time, hopefully. Gee whiz. Ha! The Randy Hunt.
Time's a ticking.
Randy Hunt. Randy
Metal Shell, you were
Hunt.
too late, dude. You need to respond sooner.
Uh-oh. I didn't see him.
He just responded.
Yeah, it was
there
way
he
later than the
is.
timer.
Yeah.
Wow, that really bites.
Who did you call?
Randy Hunt.
Ah, Randy Hunt.
He must have left too.
Well, should we fall back on Metal Shell?
You know what? He spoke up. Maybe we should.
Yep. Well, it doesn't matter to me,
No one else has spoke up.
right?
And Wayne says he's here. Yep.
He's here.
Wayne says
Hey,
he's here.
Metal Shell, do me a favor.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Winner. Now, is there a way a message through? You'd have to go to my channel and message, or if you
or have him friend Wayne on Facebook.
Friend Nugget Brain Wayne Peterson on Facebook, or you could send me an email at, here, I'll type it in. Oops. And I'll get it. Oh, now Randy's here.
Now, Randy, yeah, right.
For the love of Michael. Can't win for losing.
I guess we just draw a name and don't give a time. Maybe it'll work better that way.
I don't know. We have a phone call, though. Good. Switch some gears. Hello, caller. What's your... Could you please turn down your radio or computer?
Yeah, let me turn it down. I am Metal Shell.
Oh,
hi.
Hi, I kept typing in and nobody saw my thing.
Well, we did.
We got it.
Huh?
We finally got it.
Okay.
I guess Randy had the wrong... Same thing happening. I don't know. Maybe we could talk Wayne into giving 2 away.
Hi, Wayne, old buddy.
Hi, Metal Shell. How are you?
Well, where are you at, Metal Shell?
I'm in Colorado, Mesa, Colorado.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, well, perfect. The home of Watts.
That's where they're at.
Oh, cool.
You're gonna have fun. I didn't get to win it. I wanted to win it.
Well, we just have to make a trip there to get ours, buddy.
Oh,
we
yeah,
just
I know.
got to get there.
I'm just messing with her. So, he does all kinds. Are you into metal detecting, prospecting, bottle hunting? What are you into?
Yes, I am. I just started, a little bit ago. I've been watching Auqachigger for a while, and I do have an inexpensive metal detector. I do want to get a better one later on, but I do have the Garrett pinpointer. I did get the really good, the carrot stick. So I'm trying to get the good stuff eventually, and I just got a little kayak and stuff. So I'm working on it, but I want to get more into it.
Very cool. You got a question for Auqachigger while you're online? And we're gonna have to figure out how to get your information.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, he's here.
I know if he uses his Christmas ornaments on his Christmas tree that he finds.
I'm afraid I'll get arrested and sent to Gitmo if I brought those home. So
Not in
we're not so
Colorado.
progressive here in Maryland as Colorado. So
So
Do I?
yeah.
Do I need to give my address or?
Don't do it over here.
Yeah.
But Wayne Peterson in the chat room.
And he says, yes, we will.
Can you call my number back or something at some time?
I could give him your number if that's okay. Yeah, and he could call you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I have it right here. Let me go into my you're the last one. It's 5505, right?
Right.
Okay. I just have to do something so I remember it's the right one. All right, there you go. And now, what made you give a name Metal Shell? You find a lot of casings?
No, I just was trying to. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do, but I'm metal detecting, and my name's Michelle, so I just thought Shell would be. I don't know.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Auqachigger likes it.
Yeah,
the Jigger likes it.
Is he ever going to come to Colorado?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Well, yeah, I don't have any plans right now. I mean, I've been to Colorado a bunch of times, but I don't have anything on tap as far as, getting up there camping and metal detecting this year. It's a little bit off the trail that I normally travel. I should go because it's really beautiful, and I do love Colorado.
Yeah, we've got some land up here, and if you ever come to Colorado, call me up.
I appreciate that.
We've got 160 acres, and we've got some Indian artifacts and some cool stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that sounds like
I should make it back out there again. It is a beautiful state, and there's so much to do, there.
Boy, you got plenty of invitations to get up there too.
Yeah, I know.
We've got some caves like you put on one of your videos where those Indians died.
Oh, okay, nice.
Some caves like those caves, and that video reminded me of my place, and I was like, wow.
Neat. Well, if I get up that way, I'll let you know. Might not be this year, but hopefully soon.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
In the meantime, you can get better at your metal detecting, and by the time he makes it up there, you'll be a pro like him and just kick his butt.
That's not hard to do. I get to talking, and it's not hard to do.
All right.
Well,
thanks,
congratulations.
Guys.
You won a 3-year membership to that club. And
now Wayne's put his email address up for both you and Randy if you want to copy that down and get a hold of him that way also.
Oh, okay,
Wayne's
cool.
email address is up?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have to look for it.
Yeah, it's right here in the chat.
nuggetbrain1@msn.com.
Hold on, maybe I'll have to.
That's in the chat. You can roll back down and see it. It'll be there.
It's in the chat.
All right, thanks, guys.
So you'll have to come back and watch it over again.
I'm sure we could get it back in the room. We have another metal detecting celebrity in the house. Do you wonder if you know her? Zero Discrimination Aquachigger?
Zero Discrimination.
Hi all, sorry got here late. Gypsy. She has a channel, Zero Discrimination.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, thanks she can hear you.
Hi, Gypsy. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And Metal Shell, this is your first time here, right? She's still on? Oh, no.
No, she's on.
She's on.
I haven't seen her handle here before.
No, right. Well, I hope she comes back, even if Aquachigger's not with us. Hope she comes back and listens to our shows because we have other people that'll be joining us in the future. You know, he's not the only one. So we got 2 winners. Thank you, Wayne. That was really nice of you to do that.
We very much appreciate that, Wayne. And Worldwide Association of Treasure Seekers out of Colorado.
Right.
I forgot where he said. Durango, Colorado.
Yep.
And if our monitor, Mr. Lodak, would put out Watts's URL again, that would be excellent. But it's really easy, wwats.org, if you want to check it out.
It's been a long night tonight. Lots of questions. That's really good.
Yeah, and lots of calls too. Phone lines are still open.
Yeah. So you just need people to call in or
make use of it.
Right. Get Auqachigger to start talking some more. Let's see what we can add.
Way past my bedtime, guys.
Oh.
I'm like, you know, an hour to 2 after it gets dark. I'm sleeping normally.
Well,
it's terrible. But I get up really early, so.
I understand that. So do I. Beau, I very, very much appreciate you, first of all, getting back to me on the message I sent you on private message through YouTube. And I know it was months in advance. That was during the like 6 months ago, September or something, I think. Yes. When I first messaged you. I really appreciated and seeing this come to fruition. Is that the right word? But I guess the guy who did school to go surfing most of his young life should stay away from big words, huh? So,
we should all stay away from big words.
Big words hurt.
No, I really appreciate the invite to be on the show, and I do apologize it took so long. For me, the fall is really, I travel so much on spur of the moment. I hate to make long-term plans in the fall. Winter's not so bad, but I do apologize it's taking so long.
Oh, look,
this shouldn't have.
You're helping us out a lot by being on our show. You're making our show better. So no need to apologize. I mean, we're happy we got you when we got you.
Yeah, I'm all happy to be here. I've had a good time, no doubt.
Well,
you guys are a good group of guys.
We're amateurs at this. We're just having fun, and we know that people like to hear what people like you, that people that they watch on YouTube. They actually like to interact with them when they can. And this is a fairly cool way of doing it. You're live. They can see you. They can and interact with you right now in real time, even though YouTube is behind. The chat room still is operating like it should.
Yeah, and it's it's all new to me too. I mean, I really haven't done a lot of this kind of stuff, and it's it's exciting. It's it's a whole nother way to reach out to people, and I appreciate I appreciate you keep doing this with me and bearing with me because
next year you'll be doing it yourself. Next year you'll have your live YouTube video going on once a week or once a month.
Yeah, I should do something like that, but I don't know. It's I don't know.
like doing your videos and editing and getting it out. It's work. It's not. Work. But it's fun. It
is. No doubt. And this is fun. I enjoy this. So.
Well, not only that, I myself and other people that are listening learn something. You learn something every time you have a show like this where you got someone who's actually out in the field, not a scholar type, but a real person that's out there doing it. It's good to bring them in, sit here and chit chat like we're on the phone. Oh, we are, but and at the same time interact on the internet. That's really cool.
It is
scary. Gain some knowledge.
A little scary, 1948, but it's cool.
Oh, we have another phone call.
Oh, there you go. Keep us going.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Scott Lund from Minnesota.
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. You have a question for our guest?
Yeah, I was going to ask him about one, Ricky. Ricky's a guy that he jokes about with one of the city campers, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the homeless folks that'll camp out on the shores. And it's always good humor when he talks about that. And I was just going to ask him if he's ever had a close call with other campers, so to speak.
You know, I don't think I haven't. I've never really had any problems whatsoever. You know, running into people, especially in urban camping settings like that. But you know, I don't look for people either. You know, I'm always looking at a distance to see if there's somebody around a camp like that. I mean, I just keep my distance. But I've never had any problem. No, I really haven't. I've been fortunate, but I think for the most part, those people aren't too crazy because they wouldn't be out there anymore. You know, they'd be in jail.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. As a fan of YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even the fans have to be careful. I had a situation once where I was watching this guy on YouTube, and he happened to be in the area that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing where he was going to be, since he announced he was going to be there, I said, oh, cool, I'm going to be that way. I'm only 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
I go check him out, talk to him, I actually wanted to get him on our show.
Well, there was more to that. You talked to him in our live chat and everything else.
Right. We had talked to him, but I went to where he was doing his live feed, and I didn't interrupt him, but I got close enough, 10 yards, to freak him out. Literally freaked the dude out, like, what are you doing on video? And I wasn't even saying anything, and I was watching his feed.
Well, there you go. That's your problem.
I was actually watching him, right? And dude just totally flipped out. So, that's why you get the question about people coming up to you. Because I think if you put yourself out like this, you really need to expect that's going to happen.
You gotta expect it to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dude, you got to remember this. The guy you freaked out, I mean, he's a YouTuber. Think about it. I mean, it makes for good video. You know what I mean? Oh, the scary guy. Look, ooh, Well, there's a million hits for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Well, I would
actually, it really screwed him up because people actually saw the reality of him.
Yeah, that's good for the hits, man. Don't do that to me. Why don't you do that to me? What am I, top liver?
I was just trying. I was hoping that he'd come on our show. But
yeah,
I would hate to come up on Beau out and surprise him because that evil look that he has at times. Oh man, that could scare Sam Squatch and the Boogeyman at the same time.
Okay, I'll remember that. If I see him out on the house, hey, Beau! Yell at him.
Act all nuts and stuff. That's great, man. It's perfect. I'll play right along with you.
May I ask one more question?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering, Beau, when, a while back you did a sunglass giveaway, and actually you did a GoPro giveaway too on, some of the things that you found. I was wondering if you had thought of maybe doing another sunglass giveaway of, the ones that don't work for the fence, because I know some of them are really precious and look really good on that fence. But if there's any others that maybe you could do a giveaway and, just so people could have a little piece of you.
Yeah, I tell you that giveaways are really hard. because I have to sort through so many responses, and there are so many people that will get on there and try to scam you. Like they'll make a channel of the person who won. They'll actually make a new channel with nothing on it. Say it's me, and I had to go. I went through that a bunch of times, and it just got to the point where it was really so much more trouble than. It was a lot of work and it's a lot of trouble, a lot of gray hairs over giveaways. So I kind of quit doing it for that reason. I hate to say it, but that's kind of why. It was it wasn't easy. It wasn't fun. It was not fun. It was very hard to do. With people just wanting to, just trying to basically just lying to you and saying that they're the person that won. It's crazy. It's a little crazy.
Well, Beau, we here in Minnesota love your channel, and I mean, my girls and I, we watch it, and it's like Ricky. We're always joking around outside of the videos about Ricky and stuff like that.
Perfect.
And it's a family-friendly channel, and we love it. And I just want to say thank you very much.
And thank you. I really appreciate those kind words. That'll keep me going.
Yeah. So your kids.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah. Good night.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, you had a question for Scott? Jesse?
Me? No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, Scott. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, not a problem. You guys enjoy.
Yeah, you too.
We really appreciate it.
So there's some pros, there's a lot of pros, there's a few cons to doing this.
Yep.
Yeah, as I started to say, was what he didn't realize, if he would have brought me in, it could have made his show better, because we had already done a meet and greet with the guy. Right?
Yeah, he asked me to do a meet and greet with him, and I did, but I videoed a clip and sent him the footage, and he edited it, and then he would come into our live chats, and he actually won a prize that night.
Right.
And Jesse was talking to him in the chat room about meeting him where he is, and one thing led to another, and drama. I'd rather just forget about it.
And that's right, and that's one thing. That's one of the reasons we don't really do giveaways. We'll let our guests do them if they want. We don't even push them because it can be a pain.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It really is, and it can get, like you said, it can get a little bit hairy too.
Right. What's worse is when you do a giveaway and the winner is ungrateful.
Been there too.
Yeah.
Then all they did was complain about it. Then they wouldn't even send it back with me paying shipping. If you don't like it, send it back. I'll pay for shipping. Oh no, I'm gonna give it to an old man. Oh, okay.
It's unfortunate, but that's there are people like that out there.
Right.
You open yourself up to having to interact with them when you do stuff like the giveaways. It's not as much fun.
Right.
Well, I'm giving away some very nice people, very, very grateful. And, I'd love to be able to do it some more, and I might, but I'm going to do what you're doing, where I don't have anything to do with it. With someone else, and they take care of talking to them and shipping and figuring out if they're really the same person that won. It's just, it's hard. I want everyone to win, but everyone can't win,
Right. Can't give everybody a prize.
Yeah.
Well,
no, it just don't work that way, and
it wouldn't be a contest, would it?
No, it sure wouldn't.
It'd just be a participation prize.
Well, I'm a little too old for that area. So I never believed in a ribbon for nothing or a trophy for nothing. But Wayne said, go ahead, pass that on if that's what Randy wanted to do. So here we go again, guys.
Oh, we're going to do it again.
Well, the list has shrunk quite a bit. So.
You say the name, I'll hit the timer.
David Villa.
David Villa.
He was in there. Come on, David.
David Villa.
Don't be shy. I hope you didn't go to the bathroom.
At least hope he got up if he went to the bathroom.
Definitely. David Villa.
You got the timer going?
Yeah, I got the timer going.
Oh, Randy cried when he won the gold claw.
Made me so happy I cried. they are nice pants. I will give them that.
Oh, yeah. How you
nice
liking that thing, Randy?
The more I use it, the more I like it. And David Villa.
My goodness.
Just can't give it away.
Gee whiz. 3-year membership. Time's counting down.
Isn't David out west, too?
I thought he was New England.
And
is he?
5, 4, 3, 2. I'm slowing it down. 1.
Okay.
Oh well. David. Let's give 3 more seconds just in case he goes, I'm here.
Ron says I'm here.
Yeah, Ronald's always here. Okay. Sorry.
There he is. There he is.
Oh, wait.
Oh, pass on it once again. He says, thank you.
Oh, thank you, David.
And Wayne says, okay, pick me again.
Where are you from? Oh, gee whiz.
Wayne says, pick him again. He says, oh, pick me.
No, gee whiz, Wayne.
John Wolf says, pick me.
Oh, if it isn't our friend Ronald McDonald of Eric Radio. I'm sorry, Ronald. I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. That was bad.
That's mean. That's mean.
That was mean. Oops, wrong one.
Ronald won?
Ronald won.
Ronald,
Eric,
you won.
Eric Radio.
Really? We'll go, Ron. Speak up, Ron. Come on.
There he is.
Ronald Pass?
No, he said pass on it. So, Ron, speak up. Tell us you're here.
Ronald, you won.
Come on, Ronald. We know you can
Ronald,
do it.
Hey,
you're in the room.
Put them little fingers to work, buddy.
We got a phone call. Wonder if it's Ronald.
That could be Ron.
Hey, just want to let you guys know the lag from my last phone call. This is Scotland, by the way. The lag from my last phone call is more than 2 minutes. So when we hear that you guys announce a winner, we don't. It doesn't actually come across. At least here in Minnesota, it's not coming across for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Because even after I hung up, I was still able to hear my conversation with Chick, which was very cool. So I just want to let you guys know that.
Okay. Usually our lag's not 2 minutes long.
That long, right?
Wayne says you can pick me anytime.
Thank you very much, Scott.
Hey, no problem. Have a good night.
Yes. That's a big lag. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There he says, I'm still here.
Okay. Now,
Ronald won it.
Ronald, you won it. Well, I don't have Nugget Brain's email copied anymore. Duh. Okay.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. Scroll back. Take it. Get it. You can only, if you can't scroll back that far, please put it up again, Wayne. All right. Wayne. Geez. All this giveaway crud.
We were just talking
Beau,
about that.
That's why you're the producer and we're the outside guys.
Gee, thanks, guys.
Okay.
I really appreciate
Ronald
it.
said he'll take it.
Yeah, Ronald said he'll take it.
We know he'll take it.
Yep. The metal shell is still here.
Excellent,
And I'm finally caught
excellent.
up.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We very much appreciate, Beau, you joining us and taking your time and staying up past your bedtime. We really appreciate it. I've been looking forward to the show. I don't comment a lot on videos. I watch a lot. I don't comment a lot. I do the thumbs up, but I'll do my best to comment and give you some wise ass crack some once in a while.
I'll tell you how much he was anxious about you being on here tonight. He got a hold of me an hour ahead of time just to make sure everything was going okay.
What can I say? What can I say?
He was excited. That's what he says. He was excited.
Yeah.
Scott, you still here? Scott, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still with.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
You guys didn't hang up, so I was just listening to the show on the phone.
Knock yourself out, dude.
Yeah.
For a minute, anyways.
Beau, is Lindsay still an active veterinarian, or is she retired too?
No, she is. She works part-time at a no-kill animal shelter over in West Virginia, Briggs Animal Adoption Center. She's the in-house veterinarian, works 3 days a week, cares for a couple hundred animals. Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool, because you know that Fox video that you had. I mean, that is the cutest damn video I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was something.
It was heartbreaking. But it was also inspiring. You know, and what you guys do for the animals and all your strays that you have around, you know, that's commendable. I could not do it because I just couldn't take care of that many animals. But what you guys do, it's really wonderful.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and it's we both really enjoy it. Now, I mean, I would keep everything if I could, but Lindsay keeps me grounded in reality, and it's very rewarding to do that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you, Scott. We have another caller, Wayne. It's Ronald from Earth Radio.
Hi, Ed and Jess and Beau.
Hey, Ronald.
And Wayne and whoever else is listening. And Scott just talked on the phone. He's in Minnesota. He's right in my same area. Maybe not in the same area of the state, but he's here in Minnesota, so that's pretty cool. So,
yep.
But thank you for the prize. I will use it. I got time in the springtime I can drive, you know, so it'll be nice to get there and meet Wayne for once, and I'll send Wayne a chat on Facebook when you get done with the show here. I had a question for Beau, though, about your battery usage on your equipment, on your metal detectors and your cameras, how fast you go through them, and how you basically go home when they get wore out.
No, I carry plenty of batteries. I use the AT Gold a lot, and that will actually last like 40 hours or so. I mean, don't quote me on that, but it lasts a long, long time. The AT Max, which I'm using a lot now, does not have quite as good a battery time. I don't know how many hours, but as far as my cameras, I have spare batteries I always carry with me. Figuring a camera battery might last 2 or 3 hours, and then I'll have to switch it out. So I always carry spares with me. And,
good deal. Good deal.
Yeah, you almost have to. But like for the Garrett machines, I mean, but they're just amazing. I mean, they just don't take much to run them. And they're just really, really good. And, other machines too, the more modern machines. It's not like the old days when, these giant battery packs that would go down in an hour and a half.
9-volt batteries.
That's what I was asking about. So remember the cell phone that came with the truck when you bought a new car or something. they gave me a free phone that was a bag phone, you know, had a brick on it for a battery and everything like that. And that didn't last very long, and the signal was not very good, and you couldn't really call anywhere.
Yeah, I remember those. My wife had one for her work.
But I mean, technology was great at the time, you know. But these metal detectors are really awesome right now. I just got a pinpointer. First time getting a pinpointer and trying to figure out how to use it. And not really much to do. You just turn it on and hopefully it'll pick up the right signal, you know. But it's waterproof, so I don't have to worry about getting ruined in the river if I drop it in the river like I did the other thing I had. I had a $250 machine that I threw in the river. It got wet, and that was it. And
I'm going to give you
I don't like those kinds.
I'm going to give you a piece of advice if you're going in the water at all is put a little lanyard on that pinpointer. Tie it off to you because they're very easy to lose in the water, especially.
Yeah, I have a wrist strap that I can. Yeah, I have a wrist strap that goes around the wrist. So.
Yeah, just something that if you set it down, it'll just float away. I mean, Nugget Noggin used to lose them all the time until he started doing that.
Well, thank you. You're a great guest. I liked you on YouTube as the Earth Radio. I subscribe to your channel on YouTube, so you'll find that subscription. I'm using this in my radio show. I have a website. If I can share it, Ed.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. I always ask first because that's the way I am. I like to be respectful because it's your channel. So I do try to share it, but I ask first. www.ertradio.com, and I have a website that I share people's videos of their gold stuff. I share music on there and different things, astronomy stuff, gold stuff, all kinds of stuff on there that I like to share. I like to share people's talents. I like to share what they're interested in and stuff that everybody can enjoy, you know, not just one set thing in mind. You know, all kinds of different prospecting, all kinds of different, you know, fun stuff that people are into. Mm-hmm. And so I try to share that and let that be a central location where people can go say, hey, look at that, you know, and maybe get interested in it. I don't know. But maybe that's my goal, is that maybe somebody can get interested in it and actually start enjoying, you know, the planet that we have here. You know, instead of blowing it up, at least try to enjoy it, you know. And whether we enjoy it looking out at the heavens or we enjoy it, you know, looking for gold, whatever it is, you know, just something that we can enjoy. And so that's why I'm glad I won this prize, because now I can actually go and visit Wayne and go to the show that he has in the summertime, maybe, you know. That's something I can look forward to.
I'm sure Wayne will be able to help you learn your machine, too.
Yeah, I learned my medical detector, you know, and I haven't really gotten to use it much, you know, since I got it. I've had it for a couple of years, and I haven't used it yet, so officially. So, but I'll be excited to be able to use it. So, but thank you both for being on. Thank you. That's a great guest and a wonderful show. And
thank you so much.
Thanks to all the winners that were here that won, and thank you, Randy, for passing it on. And I can definitely use it. Thank you. And I'll let you go and let someone else call if they want, and we'll talk to you later. And then the YouTube channel is my name, as you can see it there. so I will be using this channel regularly. If you wanted to give me a rant check, you know, I can switch it over. I can just use this channel and help grow it, and then that way we can work together on growing our channels.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's up to you.
Okay, I'm sure you'll get your wrench back, Ronald.
All right. Well, I'll let you go for now, and I'll talk to you next week. And happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there, and anyone that's listening or might hear this later. All right.
All right.
Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for calling in, Ronald.
Take it easy. Congratulations.
Right. Enjoy your prize.
Yeah. Bye now.
Hey, I got a question for you. Have you ever metal detected with Gary Drayton? Ever met him?
Oh yeah. I was down in Florida with him about a year ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of messing around a little bit. I mean, we didn't like spend a lot of time, but together.
Right.
But yeah, he was kind of teaching me some tricks and stuff with the Mind Lab, the CTX. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. I mean, you know.
Yeah, he is, and you know, very successful too. I mean, knows his stuff.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, he's on Curse of Oak Island this season, quite a bit actually.
Mm.
And what's really cool is his knowledge of when he finds an artifact. It's like he already knows exactly what he's found. I mean, no matter what it is, you know. Oh yeah, that's a rosebud nail from this, you know, the 1700s. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah. He knows his stuff.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, you know. Yep. So I follow him on Facebook also.
Oh, good.
Pretty interesting character.
He is, no doubt.
Unfortunately, he's stuck with that show, so. I see our Ant-Man's in the house tonight. He finally showed up. Hey, Adam. Okay. I know he's. Well.
He'll fall asleep on us.
Oh, I'm half asleep already, but I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there.
All of a sudden, his head will be down, and we'll just be seeing.
Yeah.
Never again.
Yeah, you'll have to supply the beer next time. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, I really appreciate you inviting me on. I've had a great time, and I'd gladly do it any other time. It's fine.
It's been fun having you.
Yeah,
you know, like I said before, it's always nice to have people like you on so we can learn something. You know, we learned a little bit tonight. You know, that's all. That's what we like to do. We like to help people learn. We like to learn. So, yeah, it was a pleasure. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't know what else to talk about.
Yeah. Will do. Absolutely. Not tonight.
It won't be. You won't be able to watch this until later.
Yeah.
He says, "I'm going to bed."
Yeah. 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 Well, certainly my pleasure.
It was a good time.
It was our pleasure too.
It was a good time.
Hey, we should say goodnight to Scott because he's still on the line too.
Yes, I am. Hey, Beau, I so hope to see more and more and more of your videos. I just ain't going to stop watching. You are the best, without a doubt.
Oh, thanks, Chase.
Can't
top that.
No. Well, you're the best. How are you going to top that?
Yeah, I'm going to try. You know, I've been a little bit lacking lately with getting some videos out, but I got a lot of good stuff planned, and so there's going to be hopefully some good ones coming up here soon. I got some that aren't so good that I'm going to go ahead and publish just because I haven't done anything in a while, but there's some good ones coming. I can promise you.
This show has kind of helped motivate you a little bit too, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It really has.
You know, you're getting all these nice compliments and people actually talking to you and stroking you and making you feel good. Oh man, I got to do some more videos. Get out there and do them videos, dude.
I need to do that. Yeah.
Well, my wife is asking me right now why I don't talk to her that nice.
Well, we'll let you deal with that yourself, Scott.
Yeah, but he's a chig, right?
Next thing we're going to hear is the clang of a frying pan. Bing!
Yep.
wouldn't be the first time.
Well, thank you, Scott, for hanging in there with us, and we're getting ready to close out the show. Right, Ed?
All right.
So,
I'm going to hang up now. Bo, thank you once again. And gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott. Hope you come back
Thank you.
again.
Bye now.
I pulled the Dano. I had my mute on.
And just talking away, wasn't you? Just talking away.
Yeah, and this time I had my webcam going. So rewind a little bit. And thank you again very much, Beau. We really appreciate you and your knowledge and your experience and helping out a very small channel like mine.
Well, we all have to help each other. That's what it's all about, you know. You pat my back, I'll pat yours, and we'll have a good time.
Yeah, and
that's what it's all about. Have fun.
We always have a good time.
If you end up having Labor Day free, come down visit us here in Ohio for Gold Rush Days.
What's up?
Yeah.
It's colder up there. I like to go where it's warmer.
Oh, yeah, but it's summertime.
Yeah, it's summertime.
Labor Day weekend.
It'll be in the summer.
It's a big event. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Those major holidays are a little bit tough for me with my family, you know, wife's family and stuff. So it's gonna be a little tough, but
it's a good family orientated time, good event. Bring her along, and even some of the cats you have. No, but the offer's out there, and I guarantee it'd be a good time. That I can do. But I understand a man with your schedule, and Garrett seems to have you running all over, you know.
Yeah, they have some neat things coming up that they've invited me to do if I want to, so I'll probably do some more of that hopefully this summer. So
excellent. And like I said earlier, I'll try and comment more on your videos, even though you get a kabillion comments. I watch them, I thumbs up, but I very seldom comment. So
yeah, well, you know, if you have a second, just every little comment helps. So
yes, it does.
I try to read as many as I can. I get behind, but I try to.
They got a lot of people commenting right now about they were glad to see you here, and just lots and lots of kudos.
Excellent.
So
no.
But we'll wrap it up. You don't have anything more else, do you, Jesse?
Nope, I'm good.
Dano the Mano?
Good to go, buddy. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, and
night.
Dead air is bad air. So thank you again very much for joining us, everybody out there. It's because of you right there in the chat. We do what we do. Thank you again, Beau. Until then, oh man, may you always have a flash in your pad. Jeez, about forgot what I used. Maybe one day too. We'll see you on the river.
Night, folks.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, Jesse. Good night, Dano.
Night, Jesse. He knows the role. He's listened before. He has listened. Good night, guys.
Good night. Night, Beau.
Thanks again.